live today, but it's like my live is stuck in a loop. So it's saying I'm live and people are joining, but it's like I'm not there because I'm not live. And it's been saying it all day. Like it's been saying I've been live literally all day. I was live earlier and I was cooking and I had people in that live, but now I don't know what's going on. Like it's been saying live for hours. Like, and I think it may be because the live that I scheduled was for tomorrow. And so since I activated that live early, maybe it's not going to show, it's going to say live until, I don't know, that time period is over. Like maybe it'll say I'm live, but I figured let me just jump on live for real and then see if something changes because I don't know why it's saying that, but people are going in the live, but it's not. This like from this morning when I first scheduled the live, which is weird because that's not even the video I did when I was live. It was like at the moment that I scheduled the live, which that's weird that they would be recording me while I'm scheduling the live, but I don't know what's going on. So, um, that's kind of why I'm just like, let me jump on live because people gonna be thinking, okay, is this real? Like, is she really live or is this not real or like what's going on? And so, sorry guys, I don't know. We gonna just see if we gonna just see what happens because I didn't want this live to be. I don't know if it's going to be an actual live that I post or if it's just going to be a trial live to see if this live button goes off my screen or off my channel because like I don't want people jumping in thinking I'm live and I'm not. So that may be an issue. So we're going to just see. I'm gonna give it a few minutes because last time I did my live, I think people didn't come in for like a good 4 or 5 minutes. But like I said, now people may be like, "Oh, this ain't even real. She been live all day when I wasn't live all day." Super weird. So that's why I'm here again, Saturday Night Live. I used to love that show, Saturday Night Live, because I need to see what's going on with this thing, man. Like I don't know. And I know a lot of people maybe sleep because I'm on Pacific Standard Time. So people that may be normally watching me maybe on East Coast time or in another country and they sleep already. But like I said, I just want to try to see if this live will clear out or cancel out the live that's been showing on my channel all day because like I said, I don't know why it's been there and I don't want it there. I want it to go. So, yeah. Anyways, um I was going to answer questions if people had questions or anything that they wanted to know about me specifically. So I will go ahead and tell you a little bit about myself since I'm here. So my name is Eve, but my name is Evelyn, but you can call me Eve. I'm 41 years old and I am from originally Oakland, California. And my favorite color is red. I don't really have a favorite number. I see people always say, "What's your favorite number?" I don't have a favorite number. I like all numbers. Um, what else can I tell you guys about me? I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. Um, my son is going to the 6th grade, and my daughter's going to the 9th grade. So that's exciting. They're moving on up, or we're all growing older, as I could say. Um, what else can I say about me? Um, I work in a hospital, but from home, doing primarily insurance, medical insurance, and billing work. And I like it for the most part. It's a pretty cool job. Um, no complaints really. I mean, why complain? It's not like it's gonna change anything. And let me see what else. What else can I say about me? Okay, so my dad died when I was 7 years old from bone cancer. That was like 1991. So the 90s are a little touchy subject for me. He was sick with cancer like the end of 89 and all of 90 and died in 91. And yeah, so that wasn't such a great time for me. But yep, got through that. And since people want to know what my story is, I keep seeing people wanting to know my story. So yeah, he died of bone cancer. And so my mom was a single parent. She never got remarried, so it was just me and her pretty much until I was no longer in the home. And yeah, so that was that. And what else do I want to share on here? Because I'm likely not even going to say this live, so I'm just doing a test. So, what else do I want to say? I've been married twice. I got married when I was 20 years old, and then I got married again when I was 35 years old. And my first marriage lasted for about, I got married in, let me see, 2004. And oh, finally somebody's in here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know what the heck is going on with my live, but it's been telling people I've been live all day, and I've not been live all day. I was only live for like a couple hours out of today, but for some reason it's saying I'm live, and I don't. Now I am. Now I'm live, but people have been going in my live and they're like, "You're not even there." So it's like, yes, I know I'm not there. Spam time. What's good? I don't know why it keeps saying that I'm live. Like, I'm not. I haven't been live since I quit cooking and eating and all this stuff earlier. I have not been live. So now I'm trying to figure out why is it still saying I'm live, and it's like stuck in a loop. And it's stuck in a loop from when I scheduled the live. It's not even from earlier when I was live, which is very weird. So I don't know what's going on. It's not making much sense, but I'm trying to figure out if maybe if I go live now and then once this live is over, will it just like disappear, like the live function or feature or whatever, will it disappear? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering, will the live feature disappear once I'm done with this live? Because it's been telling people I've been live all day. Hi everybody that just jumped in, say hey. It's been showing that I'm live like literally all day and I haven't been. And it's like a loop. It's showing me in the car when I first scheduled the live. And I'm like, why is it doing that? And it's showing me that's not even when I was live. So I guess it must have recorded me when I like first scheduled the live. It must have recorded me and then it just kind of like put it out there. I personally think it's because I scheduled the live for tomorrow. Because I scheduled the live for tomorrow initially and I did not realize that, and then I started that live early. So I'm hoping that if it doesn't go away tonight after I get off this live, that it'll go away tomorrow after the time that it was scheduled. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. But anyways, I was on here literally telling my whole life story because nobody was here. So I was like, okay, I want to tell you about myself because this was like, okay, it's Saturday Night Live. I'm going to go ahead and y'all can ask me questions or whatever. And then I just started giving a quick rundown of my life. So that's what I was literally doing before people started coming up in here. So anyways, this will be the time. Thanks a lot. You made me hungry. I clowned today. Oh, yeah. No problem. I shared a plate with y'all though. You know I shared a plate. I came through. I said, "Here go y'all plate." I made y'all a plate. But no, I really just get on there and do the cooking lives because I feel like people need ideas about what to cook and what to eat and how to make stuff low fat because like, you could say low fat, but like it's good to always have some ideas. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to provide people with ideas of what they can do, how they can have food and be low fat with it. Because honestly, it's not like an easy task to try to like keep it 10 grams of fat and lower. It's not, to be honest. Like it can be a real challenge sometimes. I'm not saying it's hard, but it's like as long as you have some ideas and some ways to like modify foods that you normally was going to eat anyway. Because if you can modify the food and make it low fat, then you're winning. But if you're so used to fat that you cook everything with fat, like I have posted something the other day about eggs. I haven't even made eggs because I'm like, I know me, I cook eggs with butter. So somebody told me I could use broth or I could use water, I guess, and poached eggs. I've never even had poached eggs. I ain't even gonna lie. Only thing I've ever had is scrambled eggs and hard eggs, like fried hard, like flipped or whatever, and hard boiled eggs. Those are the only three type of eggs I've had before. So to like poach, I'm gonna have to look that up. But I mean, yeah, so thank you, Spam Time, because I literally just want to try to make this as easy as possible on everybody who's actually eating, who's actually doing this type of diet. Ethan, I'm on day 2 and seems I've lost about 2 pounds. This is wild. Ethan, that's great. Congratulations. Yeah, because you can lose weight quickly. That's what I'm saying. Like my most recent video that I just posted, because I had my gallbladder removed in 2019. And the doctor had told me that I should not eat I shouldn't be having much fat, which I didn't realize that I had. I didn't personally think I was having that much fat. I never had counted the grams, but I'm like, I don't even eat that much fat. Because I'm thinking fat means like burgers and pizza and fried foods. Like that in my mind was what I thought fat meant. I didn't think it had anything to do with me eating avocados in a salad or, trail mix or anything like that. I thought I heard you do music. Was that true? Okay, finally some personal questions. I was just gonna keep talking about it. But so anyways, long story short, so I can answer Spam Time. Yeah, so I just now started tracking my fat this past, like this May, this year, and I found that I was eating a lot more fat than I thought, just with the butter or the olive oil or the trail mix. Like I was super shocked. So that's why I'm suggesting people just kind of take account of how much you eating for a week, and then that following week just cut it in half, because it's gonna be hard to just say I'm going straight 10 grams of fat, like just to do it off the bat, off the rip. That's gonna be crazy. I mean, especially if you consume a lot. So to get into Spam Time's message, I thought I heard you do music. Was that true? It's absolutely true. If you go on my channel, you will see that I have a music video with a famous Caribbean artist from Trinidad. His name is Young Breda, YUNGBREDDA. And I went out to Trinidad to record the song with him, and I went to Tobago to shoot the video, which is the sister island. So we took a little, it's Trinidad and Tobago, but they're like, you have to take a plane or a boat to get to the other one. So I literally did that. I went out there. I make music. I'm on Spotify. I'm on all the little platforms, Apple and all of that. I used to have like a lot of music. OMG, you are live all the time. Ha ha ha, hitting bed. Hi, Eve. I'm not live all the time. Fab, I'm not even live all the time. This is my second time going live today. But usually I only go live once a week, which is Saturday, and that's when I'm cooking. But the live button has been showing up on my screen all day. I don't even know what the heck is going on. But it's been showing that I've been live literally all day, from day to night. And so that's why I was like, well, let me make a live for real and see if it'll like take that notification off or take it off my screen, because I don't know what the heck is going on. So that's literally the only reason I'm back live tonight. I don't go live all the time. It's literally just Saturday morning or early afternoon, and I'm cooking. So that's what it is. But good night, because I know it's late. What you in New York? So it's what, like, let me see, 8 to 9, 9, 10. It's like 11 o'clock. Well, I guess 11 o'clock isn't late if you are like somebody that stays up late. But me personally, I'm usually in bed by 11. So I feel you, Fab. Have a great night's sleep. Have some great rest and get rejuvenated for tomorrow and that coffee talk you be having going on. Go follow him up. Oh, I live in San Leandro, California. So it's like about 20 minutes from San Francisco, California. So I'm not too, you're welcome. Not too far from San Francisco. But yeah, go follow The Fabulous Life. They literally messed up his doggone YouTube channel, which he had heck of people on there. So go follow him. He's a great guy, and he gives good advice. And I think he's a coach too. So follow him. But yeah, I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. Ethan, did you see fat loss accelerate after the first day on sugar diet? I lost about 1/3 pound my first day, but I only did 9 hours of fruit juice, no added protein or fat till dinner. So you're sugar fasting. Oh well, I guess that is the sugar diet because I think bye Fab. I think the sugar diet initially was basically fruits and vegetables all day and then having like a modest dinner of like lean protein and starch. I think starch was allowed actually in the initial sugar diet. Now this I started when sugar fasting came along, but as I looked at previous videos, it seems like the sugar diet was pretty much you having fruit all day, juice all day, sugar all day, and then at night you go ahead and have you some protein and starch so that you can have like, so you can feel satiated in the night. That's what I believe was initially what it was. But like I said, I didn't jump in the mix until after the sugar fasting movement started. Spam one time says, check my music out when you get a chance. Spam one time on all platforms. I make beats, but I started rapping because everybody lazy around here. Hope we can collab. Okay, spam one time. Let's go. You gotta hear my song. Y'all, that song is called Finito. That one that I made a video for. But I gotta check you out. When this live is over, go ahead and put your link in the comments so people can like check you out and stuff. Okay, Ethan said, yeah, I only have added protein with lower fat meal with dinner. Doing that today with cold pressed fruit juice for about 11 hours, 50 minutes a day. Okay, Ethan, so you pretty much having juice and fruits all day, and then at night you're having your protein. Are you having starch with the protein? See, I don't know if you guys follow Skeleton City, which I'm gonna keep on pumping him up because I feel like he kind of took over the sugar diet, sugar fasting movement and just made it skeleton diet. But he has a tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3. So tier 1 is vegetables and fruits. Tier 2 is vegetables, fruits, and starch. Tier 3 is like vegetables, fruits, starch, and protein. So it sounds like you're kind of like maybe tier 3 and you're having fruits and vegetables, or maybe having fruits all day, but in the night you're having vegetables and protein and starch, or how is that going? I'm juice fasting, but added protein. Wait, but what? I'm juice fasting, but my added protein is raw pastured raised eggs. You're not even having like actual food? Okay. I'm doing 9 raw pasture raised eggs for dinner with a little juice. You're mixing the eggs with the juice, or this is just like you're having the eggs. Are you drinking the eggs, or okay? Hey, I mean, if it's working, and you said the scale was dropping, I'm just telling everybody do what works for you. If the scale is dropping, you doing that, amazing. I'm happy for you. Now, I can't say how long term that would be. Like, I don't know if that would work for you long term. Because I don't know, me personally, I dropped a lot of weight. I had dropped like over 100 pounds, but then I ended up getting it back because I didn't have a sustainable way of keeping it off. So that's why this time around, because see, I know people that gain weight and lose weight and gain weight and lose weight on these yo-yo diets, and I don't want to do that. I'm done with that. Like, me gaining it back one time was enough for me. So now I want to be able to just keep it off. And so I found a sustainable way to do that. And that's alternating between the tiers of the skeleton diet. So, one day I'm having just fruits and vegetables. Next day I may just have vegetables and starch. Next day I may have protein and starch, or I may have fruit and protein. Then just alternate it so my body never gets used to one thing. And I think it's gonna work. I mean, it's been working this far. Spam one time said, I think I'm going to do a 72-hour fast after today, then go on the skeleton diet. Okay. So are you water fasting or dry fasting? Because I used to dry fast. I couldn't water fast because I felt like it would make me hungry all the time. So I did more so dry fasting. Like most hours I did in a row was like 100 hours, no food, no water. Ethan said, juice fasting is so powerful for detox. Yeah, I don't mix them. I'm doing mostly raw to heal. I'm not raw vegan, though. Yeah, because eggs, so you're vegetarian. Well, is that vegetarian? Yeah, I guess. If you're not, because you're not eating meat, but you're having eggs, so that's vegetarian. That's cool. That's good. I mean, Ethan, like I said, if this is something like, I don't know how much weight you have to lose, or if you're trying to lose weight for an event, or you feel what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, but if it's working and you're dropping the weight really quickly, that's good. But just make sure you have like something sustainable for after that, so that the weight doesn't return. Because I think that's the main thing, like, so the weight does not come back. Because like dropping weight is great, but like maintaining it and keeping it off, I think is kind of like the issue people sometimes have. Spam one time said water fast, but you right, dry is way easier. Oh my god, dry fasting. Let me tell you, dry fasting is amazing. I mean, that first 24 hours kind of sucks, but like once that's over, it's cool. You feel what I'm saying? It's really cool. And I think it's a good way to lose weight, but it's not the recommended way to lose weight, just because like it can tank your metabolism. So maybe a fast here and there, like a 24-hour fast once a month, or maybe, I feel like a fast ain't bad if it's not a consistent thing. But if you fasting every single week, every single week, every single week, yeah, your metabolism gonna tank and your electrolytes gonna tank too. So I feel like if you're doing it like he said, he gonna do a little 72-hour fast or whatever, it's nothing wrong with doing that. And then, once you do that fast, you just jump into the skeleton diet and do your thing. Because like skeleton diet tier 1 is kind of like a fast, because you're just literally having fruits and vegetables. I mean, you can choose to make it like a fast, because like Ethan said, he was just having juice. You could do that. That's still tier 1, just having juice. But the eggs is more like tier 3. So yeah. But spam one time, are you a guy or a girl? I can't tell. Cause I want to know, like, you rapping, are you a girl rapper? Cause it's not many. um Spam one time said, I went to the doc, my levels were too low, but I was in the sauna too much, so I'm gonna try again. Oh, you were in the sauna and you was fasting? Woo! You was a soldier. I heard that. And Ethan said, I do enjoy cooked russet fries with coconut oil sometimes though, but not till I end the juice fast. Okay, so you're juice fasting intentionally, and how long is the juice fast gonna be? I know some people juice fast for like 6 months and stuff. So that's crazy. But whatever works, whatever works. Like I said, whatever works. If it worked for you, I'm all for it. I don't really tell people what not to do. I just feel like if it's working, great. But what I do suggest is you make sure it's sustainable. Them fries sound good though. Russet. Now, see, I just had this video too. Russet potatoes or gold potatoes. I like yellow gold potatoes, but I don't have the air fryer. See, if I had the air fryer, maybe I would like the russet potatoes and make fries with the russet potatoes. But I guess it is super important um to like not cook it with oil. But see, the thing is, if y'all follow As Sugar is Life, his diet, he allows coconut oil because he says it processes in our body differently, which I need to investigate myself. I've been listening to people, but see, now I've learned my lesson. And when I hear something somebody saying, I'm starting to investigate it myself. Go to ChatGPT or Google. ChatGPT will do all the research for me from Google and all these other locations, just to find out if what somebody's saying is true or is accurate, or if it will work for me personally. Okay. Spam time. What you laugh for? Cause I asked if you was a guy or a girl. Okay. Ethan said, I'm going till I stop having solid bowel movement. I'm going till I stop having solid bowel movements. I'm so toxic, it'll probably be over a year. You do not want to have solid bowel movements? Is that what you're saying? I'm going to wait. I'm going till I stop having so like you want liquidy bowel movements, or what are you saying? I don't know. Or are you saying like you don't like you're not having bowel movements, or like you want to have solid bowel movements, like you want to have consistent ones? Or I mean, I don't think anybody wants watery ones, but maybe I don't know. Maybe you can clarify that. Okay, spam time. Yeah, I was doing too much. What was you doing, spam time? Yeah, you was doing too much being in that sauna and trying to fast. Being in the sauna and fasting is a little bit much. Spam time. I'm a man. She said, I can't tell. I have to do better. Never heard that before. Well, I don't know. I didn't no, I haven't heard your songs. I didn't know. No, I'm just saying based on conversation and this thing. Like you just never know who's who. I don't know. I don't you never know who's who, even in real life. But we won't go there. But I just didn't know what if you was a man. Spam one time is not necessarily saying you a boy or a girl. So that's what I was saying. And then you have love in your like thing there in your little bio photo. So I had no clue. But yeah. Yeah, both. Okay, I'm guessing you mean both, like you just never know in life or in person if it's a man or a woman. I'm guessing that's what you meant. That's like what my girl Francisca said that she had she something her older brother's friend, but she just put her older brother. It was just kind of funny. It made me think of that. You're a guy. So okay, cool. Ethan said, "Oh, movements stop on juice fast eventually, except for a little liquid that is clear, doesn't burn or smell. Juice fasting experts talk about it. I know people who went 120 days or more until that. Yeah, I think you can juice fast for 6 months. I think. Um, but the thing about it is, like, I feel like eating the fruit may be better sometimes because you get like that like I don't know. Well, you said cold press. I don't think you'll miss too much of the. Hey, Happy Sky. Yes, I'm back. You can ask all your questions, girl. Ask all your questions. I don't think necessarily that you would like mess up if you actually ate some fruits. But if you're doing juice fasting, I'm glad you're doing cold press because like some juices don't really have too much nutrients in it. They just probably like smash all the nutrients out the juice and put sugar instead. So like you still want to make sure you get nutrients. That's why I said the cold pressed juice is cool. Or even if you did a fruit fast, like if you still have fruit here and there too, like you actually ate some fruit along with your juice fast, I think you'd be cool too. Okay, yes, Sky, I'm back, girl. Are you a girl? Okay, look, see there. I'm assuming you're a girl because my cat's name is Sky and she's a girl. But I'm back and you can ask me questions. Spam time. Love Wisconsin. I got you. Wisconsin. I've never been to Wisconsin. Is it really country there or like I'm from I'm from Oakland, California. You may not know where that's at, but it's like a very kind of city type place. So I'm not really sure how Wisconsin compared to the Bay Area. It may be more like rural or something. Spam time, nah, both sauna and dry fast. Okay, yeah, that's wild to be in the sauna and dry fasting. I don't know how you manage because it's not like you were taking anything in to sweat. So if you weren't taking anything in to sweat, like how is that working? Like how did you not pass out? Or like that's crazy. That's beast mode. Happy Sky said, "How did your kids like the food, girl? The spaghetti is almost gone. It was barely a bowl left, and they left it in the pot, and that's what I hate. Like I don't know if y'all got kids, but my kids will eat something and leave a little bit in the pot so they don't have to like put the food away or they don't have to wash the pot out. My kids do that mess all the time. Even at 11 and 14, they still do that mess. Like it's super irritating. But yeah, the rice and the vegetables that I made with the fish, that will probably get ate up tomorrow because they was primarily tearing up that spaghetti. And then plus my son, he ended up going to Wendy's with my mama, so he ate at Wendy's. And I was like, because we went to help my mom out today and take her grocery shopping. And then she was like, "Where are we gonna get lunch?" I'm like, "You just went to the grocery store." So then he's like, "Can we go to Wendy's?" So he went to Wendy's and she went to Wendy's. I didn't eat nothing from Wendy's, y'all. And I was like very proud of myself because I love freaking Wendy's. Okay. Like out of all the fast food places, I love me some Wendy's. I don't like, I can skip over McDonald's. I can skip over, KFC and all that junk, Taco Bell and crap. But Wendy's though, and they had some new stuff. I was like, ugh. And I'm the one who had to pull up and order the food too and hold the food and pass it on. I'm like, for real? For real? That's how y'all doing me today? All right, cool. I ain't gonna forget this. Okay, so let me see. Ethan said, "Yeah, pineapple and watermelon are one of the best juice." Ooh, I like pineapple and watermelon. Evolution has it's called Evolution juice. They have an amazing watermelon juice and it has like lime in it. It is amazing. Oh, it's so freaking good. you've got to try that if you haven't. I mean, unless you're making your own. If you make your own juice, that's even better. But if you ever like buy cold pressed juice, a brand called Evolution is amazing, and Suja is pretty good too. SUJA is pretty good too if you're buying cold pressed juice. Okay, spam time said is Too Short. Yeah, Too Short is exactly. He's from Oakland. You know exactly what time it is. You know Too Short. You know what's up. Yeah, he's from Oakland. Spam one time. Yeah, it's country, not many color folks. Oh dang. So you're one of a kind? I'm assuming you're black, but I could be wrong because white people be rapping too. Um or other races be rapping too. Happy Sky, I'm glad your kids liked it. Thank you, me too, because I felt like uh I felt like they would like it. I wasn't really sure about the vegetables and fish because that kind of had like a different type of flavor. Like they like Thai food, but they like Thai food like pad Thai. You feel what I'm saying? Or Thai fried rice, which I think has like pineapples and sweet. So I wasn't really sure how they were going to react to what I had made, but they liked it. They actually tasted that and then ate the spaghetti too. So I was very pleased with that. So I'm glad they liked it too. Spam one time said Wendy's slap. Okay. Now Wendy's, okay. Now Wendy's, I love Wendy's. That's like literally the best fast food place. I know that there's so many places that literally, you know, people In-N-Out Burger and whatever else like people would prefer to go to, but Wendy's, I feel they cook their food. That stuff be hot and fresh every time I go get it. I've actually seen them on the grill cooking it. You know what I mean? So I feel like Wendy's is literally the best fast food. Make sure y'all like the video, might like this video, so then it'll go out to more people. Okay, let me see what else y'all talking about. Happy Sky says, so why isn't your ex more involved in his kid's life? He chooses not to be. Ooh, you really going? I knew you was. I said, Happy Sky gonna come in here and start asking all the juicy questions because that's what she do every time she come. I'm assuming you a girl because you be asking them type of questions. Every time she come up in here, she be asking all the questions. I don't even know if I'm gonna save this live, so I don't really care. Their father is, well, I'm glad you assumed that it was one father because it is. They got the same dad. Why is he not in their life? Because he's not consistent. He's inconsistent. My kids need consistency. He would make plans and then he would flake and it would like crush them, and that happened so many times. So I didn't really like that because like, don't try to crush my kids. Like, don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? Either you're going to be present or you're going to be absent, but you're not going to be half and half, which is present but really absent, but acting like you present because you said you was going to meet, but then you really didn't meet because you're still absent. So that's the shortened version I'm going to give you. Okay, Spam one time says, I'm Black E. Okay, what's up? Okay, and you in Wisconsin? Okay. I hope it ain't too crazy out there for you now. Ethan said, do you notice faster fat weight loss with only sugar from fruit versus refined sugar? What do you consider refined sugar? Because I'm gonna tell you this: when I did sugar fasting, like, and I was told to pound the sugar, I was like I drank maple syrup shots. Okay, like I was just having that. I was having like coconut sugar. I was having organic cane sugar. I was having all kind of like sugar. I wasn't even eating vegetables at them 3 days. I literally dropped 5 pounds in them. No, 2 days. I dropped 5 pounds in 2 days doing that. Now, when I had straight juice and fruit, I didn't notice that it dropped that quickly. But I think that is because when you have juice and fruit, you're in a calorie deficit, a major one. But when you have fruit and juice and added sugar, you can actually keep your calorie count up so your body don't feel like it's starving. Because when your body feel like it's starving, then your weight loss will slow down because it's trying to like conserve energy and conserve the fat because they think it's starving. But if you still consuming like at least 1,200 calories every single day. Even though you just drinking juice, but you putting syrup in it, or you putting honey in it, or you putting maple some organic. I never went wild with it though, y'all. I never had the candy and the sodas and soda fasting and candy. I never did all of that, so I don't know if that's what you meant by the refined sugar. But I never did all that. But I did have like organic sugar sources, pure sugar sources, I don't know. I guess they may still be refined, but they was considered organic sugar sources. So I did have those, and I would mix it in with juice, or I would top my fruit with it, or whatever the case may be. Or like sorbets, I would put jam, like organic jam, on there. So yeah, I feel like when I had more sugar sources, more. I'm not saying to cut the fruit. I'm just saying when I added that to the fruit, I noticed like faster weight loss than just the fruit. But I think that's the reason because of the calories. Let me see. Happy Sky says, so what happened with Mr. Big? You just don't want to be dating anybody? He sounded nice. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay, so we kind of talked about this earlier. Did we talk about this earlier? Are you talking about the person I recently went out on a date with? He was cool. He's nice. Um, I just feel like I don't know if I really want to date anybody. Like, because I feel like some people come with expectations, and I'm not about to be sleeping around with people. Like, I don't feel like I need to. I'm not about to do that. Like, let's get to know each other. I'm more like, let's get to know each other. Let's become friends. Let's kind of establish if this is something that we want to continue with before I sit up here and give you my body. Because I feel like why would I keep on adding bodies to my count when I'm not even feeling you like that? You're not even feeling me like that after we spend enough time together to know we're not feeling each other. Cause like initially I feel like people want to get it in and sleep with each other, and then they do that, but at what expense? Like y'all didn't even like each other. Y'all don't even know each other like that, but y'all slept with each other because out of lust or whatever. But then now you don't even like that person. And I'm not saying I don't like the person. The person cool, but there was just some things that I noticed that I wasn't really feeling. And so I mean, I'm not saying that the person's a red flag or a bad person or nothing like that, but it's just some things I feel like I don't drink anymore. Me personally, I used to drink all the time alcohol, but like I don't drink anymore. And this person does a lot of drinking from what I noticed. And I used to smoke. I used to smoke weed. I used to have edibles and all that kind of stuff, but I quit doing that. So my thing is like if the person I'm with is doing it, I don't really want to fall back into doing stuff that I know is detrimental to my health and my wellness. Nothing against people who do that because that's everybody else's personal choice. But me personally, like I want to be with somebody who's kind of clear of that because I am. I'm at a stage in my life where I'm done with all that. I mean, maybe have catch me, but the person he's like young too. He's like 35, and so at 35, I think I was still doing all of that. So maybe when he's 40, he'll be more mature outside of that, like maybe not doing that no more. But me personally, I don't want to do it, and I don't really necessarily want to be with somebody who does it. But I'm not here to change somebody who's doing it, because hey, if you're doing it, I'm not here to change you. But at the same time, giving up my body to somebody that I'm not for sure about is just not happening. Okay, so that was that. Let me go and see what y'all talking about. Yuck, I dated a guy what constantly cancel last minute. I think it's emotional immaturity or he is a narcissist, not sure. Oh, I think I talked to you earlier, Sky. Uh I can't deal with somebody who cancels last minute because I already have to take so much time to set up going out, because I have to make sure my kids are fed. I have to make sure they're good. I have to make sure I'm good. I have to make sure, depending on the day and the time, if I got to go to work or what time I get off. And it's just like a lot that goes into planning for me to go out. So, if somebody cancel last minute, if it happens more than once, I likely won't ever talk to them again because my time is valuable. I feel time is more valuable than money. I think I mentioned that before. And if you can't value my time, then you ain't finna value me as a person. So that's that. Spam time said, "Have you did any blood work since you started sugar fasting?" Yep, I sure did. All my blood work was normal. All my blood work was normal in normal range, but my blood work has always been in normal range. Ever since I can remember, even like when I was pregnant, I never had like preeclampsia. Is that what it is? Or whatever. It's like I didn't have that diabetes that pregnant people be getting sometimes, because they be saying like if you pregnant you could get diabetes if you're big, but I never got that with neither one of my kids. Um, So I didn't have that. I don't know if it's preeclampsia, some type of, it's a diabetes for people that's pregnant. I forgot what it is, but I never had that. I've never had any type of pre-diabetic symptoms or nothing like that. Even when cause I had bought a blood pressure check and a blood sugar check, and my stuff was always normal. Only time my blood pressure wasn't normal is when I started pounding salt, and my blood pressure that time was like 122 over 100. Now people think that's not high because like they're like that's not that bad because 120 over 80 is normal. So 122 over 100 may not seem normal, may be normal to other people, not that elevated, but it was elevated to me because my blood pressure is never that high. My blood pressure is never 120 anything. It's usually like 105, 109, 111 over like 78, 72, 79. So that was high for me. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm done with that. Okay, so yeah, spam time. Happy Sky said, yes, the recent date guy. Yes, so that's what I was talking about too. Ethan, I cold pressed 3 giant pineapples today, made about 120 ounces of juice, and my weight has dropped at least 1 pound. Seems like two or even more. Are you weighing yourself, or are you, because you said it seems like as if, like, are you weighing yourself, or like, or what do you mean even two? Like you feel like you dropping weight, or you're checking just once a day, or like how are you gauging you dropping weight? Happy said, "Oh yeah, that's not cool. If he wanted your body so early." Yeah, I feel like that's weird. Like maybe back in the days when I was younger, like people I mean, see, the thing is that's kind of the norm nowadays. People just like kind of meet and just hook up and stuff. And I mean, like I said, I'm not here to judge. That's not my job to do. I don't get paid. That's above my pay grade. That's God and Jesus, and they can do all the judging. But me personally, I don't judge anybody. If you sleep with somebody the first moment you meet them, hey, been there, done that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not here to judge, but I know for me right now, personally, I'm good off that. And if that's what somebody wants to do, there's plenty of women out there that's down for that. Ethan, okay. You done said 3 pineapples is around 500 grams of sugar. Okay, so but what is your calories looking like? You feel what I'm saying? Are you managing? Are you maintaining like at least 1,200 calories a day, or are you low? Are you lower than that? Because if you're lower than that, your body could consider itself starving. Also, are you very active while you're doing this too? Because if you're very active and you're like having just juice, but you said you had eggs too, so eggs actually the calories in eggs can kind of add up too. So you might be cool, but I was just wondering how you tracking everything, like tracking your weight and stuff. Ethan says sugar fasting and the potato hack and protein sparing wait, what? Protein sparing modified fasting is only what I found work for me, and I probably shouldn't do PSMF again since it can cause rebound from what is PSMF? Oh, protein sparing modified fasting. Is that low protein? Like, is that why you're having the eggs? I know sugar fasting, you don't have protein. And potato hack, but potatoes have protein though, so I'm not sure what the potato hack is. If you just having potatoes has a good amount of protein. I think depending on which ones you get. So I'm not really sure. And protein sparing modified fasting, I've never personally heard of that. But if it caused you problems before, then I would definitely be careful with that. Spam Time said, yeah, I haven't drank since 2017, but I'm turning 40 this year. I might get it in for my birthday. You feel me? I mean, okay, look, okay, let's keep it 100. If it's a special occasion and you're having a drink, that's hey, it's cool. You at an anniversary party or you doing your thing, okay, cool. But if every night you're having a drink to unwind, that's your personal deal. But I feel like that's just not for me. If you need to have a drink in order to get to sleep, then that's your personal issue. But you probably need to figure out what's wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't have to have liquor just to go to sleep. You shouldn't have to have liquor every day when you're hanging out by yourself. I've been there and I've done that. I've been there, I've done that. I've been drinking every single day, every single night, alone. And those times were just what they was. I had friends that I would drink with every single weekend, get lit, drunk out of my mind. Um, yeah, I've been there, done that. But at this point, I know that that's not helpful for my goals, and it's not helpful for my age as I continue to age. So, what would be the purpose? If I'm going to an event, sure, I'll have some champagne or, some Don Julio or some Hennessy or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not gonna be excessive with it like back in the days, just bottle after bottle, and we bottle popping and all of that. Like, I mean, I did all of that. I did all that. High school, I was doing that all through 20s, 30s. Like, I'm 41. I've been there, done that. Like I said, it's not something I gotta do, but I will, indulge if I'm hanging out and at an event. Why not? I don't even go out like that, but if I do, I'm not saying I would never have a drink ever in my life, but I'm just not. I just know that I don't need to. I don't have to. So, yeah. Spam time says, yeah, they rain check you. They gotta kick rocks. Period. If you rain checking, how many times you gonna rain check somebody? I can understand one time, especially if you have extenuating circumstances. But if it's a consistent thing and they always giving you a rain check, then it's time to check out. Sorry. Ethan said, "Yeah, I definitely dropped at least 1 pound at same time since yesterday's weight." Okay, good. Yeah, like I said, Ethan, I don't know how big you are or how small you are, how much weight you need to lose, or how quickly you're trying to lose it. But it sounds like you got a plan that's working for you. If you dropping a pound each day, just know if you just started this, because I think you said you had just recently started a few days ago. Initially, your water weight, you're gonna drop it like it's hot. But you're a guy too, so men drop weight fast anyway. But over time, the drops won't be as drastic because the initial drops are water weight. I'm sure you know that, but just in case. Spam time said, yeah, my blood pressure be 110/57. I thought that was too low. My blood pressure lady said it's cool. Yeah, that's cool. The thing is, normal 120/80 is where it should not go past. But 110/57 is cool. That's nothing wrong with that. I think low is like 90s. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I think if you're in the 90s, then it's a problem. But I've never been down that low. If 90s and the other number, I think, like, if you're down in like maybe the 30s or something, like if you were like 90/30, they're gonna be like, what's going on with you? Are you still alive? But but 110/57 is a good blood pressure though. So you cool. That's cool. We cool. I think 120/80 is the max. It should not go over that. Okay, Sky said, do you enjoy reading or TV shows, or what do you enjoy in your free time? I like reading, kinda. No, I ain't gonna lie, I hate reading. But I like reading the Bible because it's something I do for God. You feel what I'm saying? So I read it every single day. Like, that's the only thing I read every day though. I'm not gonna read a book every day. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna read no book. I mean, I've just never been a reader. I literally have ADHD, y'all. So reading a book, my mind will not even be on the book. I will be thinking about 20 million other things. And then, mind you, I'm still reading. I'm reading the book. I've had to check myself when I do my Bible reading. I have to check myself like, okay, look, we're going to focus. That's why I started reading my Bible out loud. Because if I read it in my head, I can read it and still be thinking 20 million other thoughts at the same time. So reading is a challenge unless I'm reading out loud. And so that's why I read my Bible every day and I read it out loud. That way I know I'm actually hearing what I'm saying. TV shows, like, me and my daughter was watching Criminal Minds, but I usually just watch TV with my kids. Like, I don't really, like, if I'm not with them, I'm not really, like, if I'm not with them, I'm always with them. But if they're like playing games or with their friends or whatever, I'm not tripping. I like the Chicago series, Fire, PD. I watch those. I was watching SWAT and Fire Country, but I think SWAT is changing. I think it's like now not SWAT. It's gonna be like something else. Shamar's still gonna be in it, but it's like he's gonna be like starting up a new SWAT or something. I don't know. And those are the shows I've watched consistently. FBI International, I was watching that, but I think they canceled that. The show with Queen Latifah, Equalizer, I was watching that. So, pretty much like whatever my kids want to watch, I'll watch with them. We can watch it together. But as far as me going to the movie theater, I'm not really a movie person. And even watching movies in general, it has to be a really good movie for me to sit through the whole thing. Because, like I said, I got ADHD. I can't help it. I'll be all over the place. I'll be watching it and then start doing something else. So, what else do? I like to write in my journal. I like to write poems. I like to write songs. I need to really get back into that. I just really haven't had no music to really write to. Nothing's really been just kind of resonate with me right now. So I write affirmations. I like to just do writing. And sleeping. I like to sleep. Like if because I have to be up so early at 5 o'clock in the morning, my cats wake me up. I got 4 cats. They wake me up at like 5 to eat. So I try to get to bed pretty early. And what else do I do for fun? Like, go to people's house. Like my friends had invited me over for a barbecue. We go over there. My kids go swimming. So I'm a boring person, y'all. I got like my fun consists of me traveling. Like that's literally what my fun I feel like will be fun for me is traveling the world. And if I can't do that, I'm going to be devising ways to where I can do that. So that's kind of fun for me actually. Ethan said, no, PSMF is very low carb, very low fat, high protein. Oh, is that what Cole is promoting? Because he's talking about, ain't he saying that? Like have lean meat and then carbs after if you really just need it. Is that what he's promoting? So is that what PSMF is? Oh, okay. See, I don't be knowing. People be just making up anything. And people be making diets seem like they made it up and then it's really not made. Really, they just snatching it from somebody else because I didn't even know nothing about no PSMF. It's very low carb, very low fat, high protein, which seems like what's getting promoted. But I don't do it more than a day at a time. If I do it again at all, low carb slows metabolism and can cause temporary metabolic damage. That's a fact. Now that's a fact. Huge fact. Okay. Sky said, are you growing your hair out right now? Yes, I am. And I need to take it down. As you can see, it's grown hecka much within a month. I got this done like about a month ago and it's already grown out. But my hair used to be down my back like almost to my butt. I had long hair. I just always cut it and cut it and cut it and cut it. And finally, I was like tired of chemicals. Like I was getting relaxers and perms and stuff in my hair. And so I decided to cut it all off because I was like, what's the point of that? I don't want to have no cancer because that's when they kept saying that stuff was causing cancer and people was trying to sue and get money from lawsuits and stuff. I'm like, oh heck no, I'm just gonna cut all my hair off and start fresh. So that's what I did last year. I just cut all my hair off. I didn't care how long it was. People was shocked. People was mad. My kids hated me. They were so mad at me. Cuz I cut it down real short. Like they said I looked like a boy, but they was just mad cuz it was short. And then I started growing it out like the beginning of the year and this is where we are now cuz it was like super short. It was like this short, like very short. But I kept cutting it all last year. I didn't care. I was like, I'm keeping this short haircut. I don't care. But then I started growing it out because I was like, I need to learn how to manage my hair because my hair is very thick, but it's soft at the same time. So I was like, I need to learn how to manage my hair. But then I was like, plus I need to grow it out so I can make sure I can get braids. So this is just my hair being braided, but I will likely now that it's long enough get braids with extended hair in it. So, but yeah, I am growing it out. Ethan says, I think PSMF causes muscle loss too because of glucogenesis. Almost everyone I see who promotes PSMF is emaciated. Really? Eating protein, they emaciated? Now that's weird because I thought eating protein is going to build the muscle, but is it because they're not having the. Wait, why would they be emaciated? If it's low fat and low carb, I mean, what are they eating? Just chicken? Or what? I mean, how are they emaciated if they eating protein all day? Maybe that's because they're on keto all the time, though. I don't know. I don't think it's water weight. I'm eating so many carbs. Keto is a lot of water weight, especially if it's high fat keto. If there's water weight drop with sugar fasting, it's probably from less cortisol. Yes, I believe so. I actually believe that's true. Carbohydrates hydrate you, but I do feel like it still kind of releases water too. Because like I said, that first week I was dropping weight crazy when I was sugar fasting, and then it started to slow down. Happy Sky says, I was sitting in an airport and two 10-year-old boys were throwing a baseball back and forth. I gave their parents a dirty look, but they ignored me. Am I a bitch? I don't have kids. Oh, you were in the airport and they was doing that? Because I was wondering, I'm like, are you in a doctor's office? Because you had mentioned that earlier. I don't know. See, the thing is, I don't know why I would not allow my kids to be throwing no baseball back and forth. at no airport, because people walking around, and airports is usually crowded. So I don't know why the parents would allow their kids to throw the ball around in the airport and somebody get hit, because then what they gonna do? Pay if somebody get hurt? So I would suggest, I mean, they can use their tablets, or maybe if they don't want them on electronics, they can play. There's other games you can play that don't require you throwing a ball around. So that's I'm not gonna. I wouldn't say that you're a bitch or nothing like that. I would have given him a dirty look. I would have probably just went and told the person who, like, the security or something, and then they could check them, because what could you really do? You don't work there. You feel what I'm saying? But if it was irritating you and bothering you, or if you feel like it was getting too close and they didn't give a dang, I would have for sure just went and talked to whoever was over that area. Them flight attendants that be up there checking people in and stuff. They would have handled it. They would have called somebody to get it took care of. So I would have did that. Ethan said potato hack is similar. People drop half to 1 pound per day on it. I dropped 1.2 pounds a day on potato hack. When you tried it first, drops 8.4 pounds in a week. Oh, is that what Sweet Truckin' was doing? Because Sweet Truckin' was doing potatoes. He was eating like 5 pounds of potatoes a day with ketchup. Is that what you're talking about? Because I haven't done that per se. I have been having potatoes, and I noticed I drop weight when I eat potatoes, but I haven't done like just strictly potatoes. I haven't been doing that. But yeah, I think you can, like I said, drop weight with potatoes, because they're carbs, but I think they still do have a certain amount of protein. I have to look into it, but that's cool though. Spam one time said NCIS. I've never got into NCIS. Don't they got a bunch of them now? They got a Sydney one. They got a bunch of different ones. I have never I've never watched any of them, to be honest. I'm trying to think, have I ever watched it? I have not watched any of them. But I hear it's a good show. I may check it out one day, but I haven't. What shows do y'all all watch? Like, what do y'all do? What do y'all like to do? Okay, so I'm gonna start asking y'all some questions. What do y'all like to do for fun? What do y'all do in y'all spare time? And what do y'all like watching TV? What shows is y'all watching? What books is y'all reading? I love music. I can literally listen to music all day and night. Me personally, that's another thing I do in my spare time: listen to music and watch music videos on YouTube. Happy Sky says, "Can you sing?" I can hold a tune, but I wouldn't call myself a singer. Like, I can hold a note. I can sing along with somebody, but a singer, like, go in the studio and record a song and I'm singing, nah. I just rap. I mean, I can hold a tune. Give me some auto tune, I can sing for sure. um. Happy Sky said, "What are the top 3 places you want to travel?" Ooh, okay. Maldives. I want to go to the Maldives so bad. I've been wanting to go there. I've been manifesting going there for so freaking long. I want to go to the Maldives. It's beautiful. You can literally see on the ocean. They have like the resort, but the resort is on the ocean, on the water. So like your room is literally in the water, and you can like jump in the ocean from there and go swimming, or you can be in the pool, but it's like shallow enough so you won't drown or nothing. But I don't know if y'all ever heard of the Maldives, but look it up, because that place right there, I'm going. That place, I want to go so freaking bad. I want to go. It's somewhere in the Middle East, and I want to go. It's in East Asia, South Asia or something, and I want to go there so bad. That's my first place. My second place, I would say, is Seychelles, Africa, because I love beaches. I love water. I want to travel to every beautiful beach in the world that I've ever seen. And Seychelles, Africa has a beautiful beach, very clear water, very beautiful. And my third is Turks and Caicos, because I keep hearing about how amazing it is there, but I've never been there, and that's in the Caribbean. So yeah, the Caribbean, I went to Trinidad and Tobago, like I mentioned, to shoot a music video. I got to swim in the ocean. In Tobago, I was on that boat where you can like see, it's like a glass boat, you can see at the bottom, see the water under the boat. Like, beautiful. Oh my goodness, amazing. What is 3 countries that y'all want to go to, and why? I want to hear it. Drop it in the chat. Let's hear it. Okay, Spam Time said, yeah, they have too many now. Yeah, NCIS Sydney, NCIS some, but that's like Law and Order. Law and Order started getting crazy with it too. They had SVU, they had Law and Order regular, they had started getting a bunch of Law and Orders too. Special Victim Unit, and then they had some other one too. It's like they started getting a lot of shows. And I think that's what happened with FBI. They had FBI and FBI International. Like, I think when they started doing that, people started being like, okay, this is too much. Um, okay. Happy Sky said, I love trashy reality shows. Do you watch Love Island? I have not watched that show at all. But don't get it twisted because I love me some Ace, okay, girl? And I was following Ace when he was a minor little TikToker and he had people dancing. He was like a dance instructor and he always had people dancing on his channel, or not a channel, on his TikTok. He had like people from different countries like Pakistan and other places. He always had them dancing on his TikTok, and he was getting real famous on TikTok. And then I see him on the Jennifer Hudson show. I said, "Oh, this boy coming up." And then next thing you know, I keep seeing clips of Love Island and him and this girl named Shelly or somebody. And I'm like, "That's that boy Ace from TikTok." That boy came up. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. He only 22. Yeah, come up early. Yeah, do your thing, boy. So no, I don't watch the show, but I've seen clips because I follow him on Instagram and TikTok, and whoever runs his social media be posting stuff on there, but I don't actually watch the show or know what the heck is really going on. um okay, Spam Time said, yeah, music and sports. Sports, what kind of sports are you playing? My son loves sports. He's literally super athletic. He literally plays basketball, football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and he excels in every sport. So I'm like, look here, bro, you need to pick one sport because mama's not paying for you to be in every single sport. Which one are you passionate about? I mean, because he going to middle school, so I feel like at that time they have so many sports, he'll be able to see which one he really is interested in. But every time he plays a sport, he's just great in it. Like, great. Like, everybody wants him on the team. He's been recruited to basketball teams, football teams. I'm not really too in him doing football though, because I don't want my son coming out with no concussion. I think that's one of the most dangerous sports. He has played flag football, but people want him to be on tackle because he's really quick and fast, and he's been in track. He's done track. Like, he's just an all around athlete, my son. So that's cool. Okay. Let's see. Happy Sky says Susan Powder says to move in oxygen. What does she mean? How do you not move in oxygen? I just found Susan Powder on Instagram, and then now all of a sudden, I don't know if it's because people blowing her name up, but she all of a sudden jumped on YouTube, like, I want to say 4 or 5 days ago. And she's really into spiritual awareness and alignment, and breath work and different things like that. So I think maybe it could have something to do with that. Says to move in oxygen, move with your breath. Like, I think taking in breaths as you move. I know breathing is super, super important. Um, so I think maybe it could have something to do with that, but I can't be for sure. If anybody knows about Susan Powder moving in oxygen, let me know. But I think that's kind of what it has to do with just being in a moment, being in the moment. And I know that when you're all over the place, if you start to breathe deeply, you kind of refocus and remember where you at. So could mean that, but I don't know for sure. Happy Sky says African safari. Okay, that's cool. Now, you know what? That sounds cool because I love, 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 love cats. And that's all kinds. Big cats, little cats. So I would love to see some lions, some tigers, some cheetahs. I would love that would be a fun vacation in African safari. And I feel like if I'm already in Africa at Seychelles, I probably would want to hop over somewhere and go check out a safari, because why not? If I traveled across the world to go to there, I will definitely want to check out a safari. But it's crazy because they actually have a fake safari out here in the Bay Area. I don't know exactly where it's at, and I've heard about it, but they say they set it up to look like the African safari. So I'm gonna have to look into it and maybe take my kids there. You can actually stay there and everything if you wanted to. Okay, Blacklist. Oh wait, okay. So Spam one time said, I can't watch movies like that. I fell asleep. I watch Blacklist all the time. Oh, now Blacklist, that show, I didn't even finish the very last season, to be honest, because it started getting crazy. Like, I was like, okay, I can't figure out, is this really her mother? And now he's, I don't know. Who the heck was he? Was he her mother and changed his? Because he kept on talking about surgeries and all of this stuff, and I'm thinking like, okay, so is this really the mother? Because the mother wasn't the mother. You feel what I'm saying? That fake mother. she act like she was her mama, but she really wasn't the mama. And so I was like, okay, well, is the Blacklist dude her mama? And now he didn't change himself just to protect her, because I don't know. Anyway, that was just me. I don't know. On Blacklist, who is the dude? Who is Kevin? Is his name Kevin Spacey? I don't forgot the name. What is the dude name? I don't know. Who is the main character on Blacklist? Who is Elizabeth? Who is that dude to Elizabeth? Is that the mama now all of a sudden becoming a man? Like, what is? I just need to know. I didn't ever finish following up on the show. I heard they never even said who he was, but I feel like that must have been the mama. Cause like, who the heck else is it? It's not the daddy, right? I don't know. But anyway, Blacklist was good. I just fell off like toward the end when he started messing with them two bras, and he was in like some type of weird, I don't know what happened to him. I think everybody had it out for him, and he left and moved to some random country, and now he had two wives, and they was all into some spiritistic crap. I was like, okay, I'm done with this. But yeah, Blacklist is yeah. Yeah, but movies, I for sure fall asleep. I don't even have a TV in my room, y'all. Like that's one thing I feel like is super important. No TV in the room, because I don't like having noise and TV and all that stuff playing when I'm trying to sleep. So I will literally just watch TV in the living room with the kids when they want to, but then in my room it's just kind of like silence and quiet and peace. I don't want the TV and all that comes along with it, and its influence in my bedroom. Yeah, Spam Time said just TV shows. Yeah, that's about it. I'm not really into movies. I like funny movies though. Like, I used to like this movie called Soul Plane with Kevin Hart. That movie was so funny. People said it was boo boo and it was whack, but I thought that movie was so funny. I used to like Wedding Crashers. That movie was very funny too. So if it's funny and it keeps me entertained, like because it's so funny, I will watch it. Like All About the Benjamins. Like, there's been plenty of movies, like I say, comedy movies that I was able to stick with, and even rom-coms, like romantic comedies. I think I've actually watched a few of those all the way through, but it's rare. I don't really see much. I think a Caribbean resort would be pretty affordable. Yes, Guy, I think so too. But Turks and Caicos, I hear, is expensive. But when I went to Trinidad and Tobago, I actually traveled there by myself, y'all. I didn't even go with nobody. I went out there by myself, and I had rented an Airbnb in both Trinidad and Tobago, and it was not too bad. And imagine if I had, like, because every place I had rented out had like 4 bedrooms minimum, and the one in Tobago had a pool too. So imagine if I didn't just pay for that all on my own, like other people had paid too. Um, the trip wouldn't have been so expensive. Plus, I still had to pay for the video to get shot and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not too expensive if you got a group of people that you trust going. But I didn't really have any friends that I planned the trip pretty quick, so it was like I planned it January and went in March. So yeah. Happy Sky said I would like to go to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. I would like to go there too. But I don't know. It was just a lot of drama with the Lahana thing, and I feel like it was a lot of shady stuff going on. And I don't want people to like feel no type of way about me coming to their land after it's already been burnt up and stuff. So I haven't really thought too much about going there. But I do hear that Disney has like some resort or something out in Hawaii. So that would probably be cool. That would probably be cool. You think you know a guy jumped in the chat. The number one troll. What is going on? Yo. Happy Sky, do you have dogs or just cats? I used to have a dog, but I don't anymore. I only have 4 cats. I have 3 girl cats and 1 boy cat. Think you know a guy. Why are you on live this late? Because I was trying to see if my live button would disappear after this live is over, because it's been saying I've been live all day, and I have not been live all day. I literally was live during the time I was cooking, and that was it. And I was not live after that. So I don't understand why it's been saying I'm live and I'm not. So I figured, okay, let me jump on here for a little trial thing and see if when I get off of here, that disappears. If it doesn't, I'm hoping it disappears after the scheduled time that I had that live scheduled for, which was tomorrow. So that's why. And why are you up so late? Why is everybody up? What time is it where y'all at? Tell me that part, because I'm in California and it's not late. It's 8:49 p.m., which can be late for me because I normally be winding down about 9 o'clock, trying to be asleep by 10 o'clock. But Yeah, I don't know what time it is for y'all. Let me know. Because it's not late. Like, and it's a Saturday night, so really is it that late? Not really, but still I try to maintain my sleep pattern every day of the week. I don't care about the weekend. I try to still maintain 9 or 10 o'clock. But I'm on here chatting with y'all. I'm not tripping, but I do try to normally be asleep no later than 11. I need to be asleep, not going to sleep, but asleep, because I get up at like 5, sometimes 6, and I need my sleep because sleep is like the foundation of this whole weight loss thing. So that's what that is. Think you know a guy. Spam time, giving me ideas about different places. I've never been on vacation since I've been grown. You've never been outside of Wisconsin since you've been grown and you're almost 40. It's time to go. You need to get out of there. Just leave. Just go. Just travel. Just see the world. I mean, you're still young. I don't know if you're married and you got kids and all that stuff. It may not be as easy. But shoot, plan a family trip if you married and got kids. Just get out, go to Florida, go to California, go somewhere, just even if it's just in the States, even if it's not outside of the country, go and enjoy. Even if you go to Mexico, go on a little cruise or something. Or Wisconsin, I don't know what's really by there. What's by there? Canada? I don't know. But just it's time for you to travel. Spam time said, yeah, I don't have a TV in my room either. Yeah, I can't do that. That's not something I can do. Spam time said, I feel like I lost 15 years of my life due to mental health. Man, mental health, I don't know exactly what your issue is, but mental health is a major issue, and I don't think it gets addressed enough. There's so many things that we all go through, and trauma can lead to a lot of mental health issues. So it's definitely important to get that fixed. So if that's what you've been like battling with and you're trying to get that under control, I suggest to keep on going strong with that, because mental health is connected to so many other things, physical, spiritual. Like, that mental health is a major piece of all of that, of health, overall wellness. So if that's what you need to just take care of that first and foremost. Sky said, most of my issues are lack of self love. I'm so hard on myself. I think we all are. And I think a lot of people don't realize that we're so hard on ourselves because we allow other people's views or opinions, even social media's views and opinions, to affect and shape our life, that we start internalizing it when it don't even have nothing to do with us. So I feel like you need to start journaling, Happy Sky, and start writing down every single day 10 things you love about yourself. That's what you should do. For the next month, I suggest that you write down every single day 10 things you love about yourself. I don't care if you have to repeat it sometimes. Just do it every single day, because you'll be surprised how much you actually come up with. It's not an overnight thing for self love, because I feel like people try to target people who don't have self love, and they abuse them, and then you have more trauma, and then you have so much to deal with. So I feel like you need to address that self love piece before anything else, because when you love yourself, nobody can play games with your heart, because you is in a good place. Nobody can play games with your mind because you in a good place. But if you don't love yourself, then it's easy for people to take advantage of you, to treat you any kind of way, because you don't even care about yourself. And if you don't care about yourself, why would anybody else? So I feel that. I feel that. Spam time said, I got up to 563. I was depressed. Everybody turned on. I'm guessing everyone turned on you, but I'm down to 256. People see me not through me now. Now that's crazy, because that was gonna be my video for tomorrow. I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek, but it was called I felt invisible at 400 pounds, because I feel like people don't give a dang. You feel me? If they do give a dang, they just talking about you. They just treating you like crap. If that's what, if, I mean, you feel what I'm saying? If you 400 pounds, 300 pounds, or if you any type of overweight, all people gonna do is look at you like, oh, she's fat, she's lazy, he's fat, he's lazy. They don't know what you've been through. They don't even care. All they gonna do is look at you like you ain't nobody and move on. So I feel you. You feel invisible because nobody's gonna be, you know, treating you no type of way other than like trash. I'm just keeping it 100. So to feel like that, you do feel invisible. Sometimes you rather feel invisible than even be seen. You know what I mean? So I totally get it. And now that you're down to 256, congratulations. That is a major win. To go from 563 to 256, that is great, Spam Time. Congratulations. Now people see me, not through me. And that may be, and that takes an adjustment too, because to be invisible for so long and now everybody's starting to see you, you feel some kind of way. Like, are they the same exact people? You be like, hold on, you literally didn't give a dang about me. Now you all up in my face. Like, that's why I feel like that self love is super important, because if you ain't in my face right now today, then you for sure ain't finna be in my face when I'm down 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds, whatever. You ain't finna be in my face, period. So I'm glad that you lost that weight. Now focus on your self love, your self care, and you, and the right people will come into your life. I'm such a firm believer that right people will come into your life when you're right up here. When you're not right up here, all the terrible people come in your life because you feel terrible about yourself. You don't have love for yourself. So then people who don't have love for you start showing up, stick around because they feel like, oh well, I'm gonna stick around and just treat this person however, because you haven't given yourself the love you need to feel like you are up here too. You're not down here. I don't care if you weigh 1,000 pounds. It's about the person you are on the inside. Of course you want to be healthy. Of course you want to lose weight, but that's not the whole world. You still have to make sure that you feel good about yourself enough to want to lose the weight, enough to want to eat healthy. If you feel like trash just about yourself in general, why would you want to lose weight or eat healthy? You wouldn't give a dang about yourself, because that's why you feel like, I feel like when you get depressed and you feel like you don't care about life, that's what when people get fat and they overeat and they don't take care of themselves. But when you start having that self-love and you actively taking care of yourself every single day, you just keep on, your confidence just keeps increasing and growing with the time. So thank you for sharing that, and I'm proud of you. Keep doing your thing. I lived in Indiana for 7 years. Oh, okay, Indiana. Okay, I think, is that Midwest? Happy Scott said yes. I think people can tell I have no self love. I get treated shabby, especially by guys. So I feel I'm a firm believer that you should not date if you don't have no self love. I feel like, because you're going to ignore all the red flags because you want somebody to love you so bad because you don't love yourself. And nobody's going to love you until you love yourself. So if you don't love yourself, you're going to ignore all the red flags and let everybody treat you like crap. And I don't think this is just for big people. I think this is for all people, because there's so many celebrities that I see getting treated like trash because they don't love themselves. They out here getting nose surgery, BBLs, getting all of this stuff because why? They don't love themselves. They don't love how they look. They don't love themselves for who they are. And plus, now there's so many people in their face telling them they need to do that, they need to do that. And they feel like, okay, well, I love this person so much that I'm just going to change myself for them. No, no. Now, there's nothing wrong with changing your inside. Like, if you feel like you could be a better person, but to change your look or what you're doing for someone else is never a good idea, because that person could be here today and gone tomorrow. And then you made a change you didn't even want to make because of somebody who ain't even there no more. So it's really super important to just love you, love yourself first. And then that love you have for yourself will attract the people who will love you genuinely, because they will love themselves and be confident in themselves. Because generally, when you attract somebody that, when you don't love yourself, you may attract somebody who don't love themselves either, to be honest. Okay, so thank you, Noah. Guy said women with no self love are the easiest to pull. Well, there you have it. I knew this fool was finna say something crazy, but he ain't wrong though. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Women with no self love are the easiest to pull. They are, because they don't have no self love, so they feel like they can't get nothing better because, shoot, if I don't love me, somebody else will. No, that's not the truth. Somebody else will play you. Somebody else will screw you. Somebody else will do you wrong, but they ain't finna love you. That's a guarantee. I've been there. I've done that. They ain't gonna love you. You gotta love yourself. Because if you don't, you will literally get stuck with somebody who don't give a dang about you. They're gonna use you, they're gonna abuse you, they're gonna take advantage of you. Because hey, why should I love you? You ain't loved yourself. That's how they be. So you're absolutely right. Think you know a guy. Women with no self love are the easiest to pull because they don't care about themselves. Happy Scott said, I definitely feel invisible because I'm overweight. I feel like I I like feeling invisible. I don't like being treated shabby though. You like feeling invisible. Okay. You like feeling invisible because You'd rather feel invisible than have the attention on you because you don't love yourself, so you don't want that attention. Or because you're overweight, so you want to feel invisible because you don't feel confident in how you look. And you don't like being treated shabby, so then don't be. The minute somebody treats you a way you don't like, let them know. If they do it again, drop them. I don't care who it is. Friend, family, spouse, significant other, whoever the heck it is. I don't care who it is. Tell them bye. Because life is too short. I keep telling y'all, time is valuable. More valuable than money. Time is way more valuable than money, guys. And people will literally waste years in a relationship with somebody who treats them like crap because they're so scared of being alone. But if you loved yourself, you wouldn't even allow nobody to treat you like crap, and especially for a long period of time. So don't ever let nobody treat you like that. If you see that they treat you like that, they obviously showing you they don't care about you. I've been there. I've done it. I know for a fact they don't care about you. They just want to see how long you're going to put up with their mess. And generally, women who don't feel confident in themselves or have no self-esteem or no love for themselves will put up with anything for a long time. And then it just emboldens the other person to just get worse and worse and worse and worse. That's why women get beat up and in the hospital, because they let that person be a jerk from the beginning, and then the person was like, oh, well, let me see how much else I could do to her. Well, let me see how much else I could do to her. And then look, they're in the hospital because, and this is not just big women, this is women, period. Because they didn't love themselves. They thought they weren't good enough. And this man's with me, so I'm happy. And next thing you know, the man is treating him like crap. The man's stealing from him. He beating on him, and he's treating him like trash because he keeps getting emboldened. The more and more she allows, the more and more she's promoting him to treat her like crap. So don't ever let nobody treat you shabby. Like, period. That's just not ideal. Okay, Spam one time said, exactly, they can kick rocks. They can kick rocks. And like I said, if you holding on to somebody or something that isn't suiting you, do you know how many opportunities you're missing out on having something that is suiting you? Someone that will love you, someone that will care for you? No, you just holding on to somebody that you feel because you don't want to be alone, or you holding on to somebody because you feel like you can't get better, and you're sitting up here missing out on opportunities of somebody who really you could be with forever, but because you with this person, you wouldn't even know what opportunities you missing out on. So that's what I'm saying. Kick rocks. Sky says, Eve, do you love yourself? How do you hold on to that self-love when the world tells you otherwise? Do I love myself? It's an everyday struggle because there's always something that tries to put you down. It's always someone that's going to try to put you down. But what I have learned to do is stand on my standards. I'm standing on business, as what was that Justin Bieber said? I'm standing on business. If you treat me, I already gotta try to feel good about myself. But if you treat me a kind of way where I can't feel good about myself, I gotta let you go. I already struggle with self-love, with self esteem issues all my life. You feel what I'm saying? Because I've been overweight all my life since I was a kid. You feel what I'm saying? So I've had people bully me. I've had people just try to befriend me to try to use me and play me or think it was a joke or all type of stuff. I've already dealt with so much different traumas that now as I've gotten older and I've realized I don't have to deal with that, I'm not dealing with it. Now, I do love myself because that's why I'm actively every single day being consistent. I don't care. People control me. They can talk crazy to me. They can leave stupid comments. They can talk wild talk behind my back and my face. What does that matter? I'm doing everything I'm doing now because I love myself enough to take care of myself, to take care of my health, to make sure that I'm eating healthy for my body, that I'm moving my body for myself, so I can feel good about myself. That's what I'm doing. I'm developing love for myself by being present and showing up every single day consistently. That's the love I'm showing myself. So yes, I do love myself. It may not always be easy, but it's not always easy to love anybody in your life. So I love myself more than anybody in my life. That's what you should be saying. I love myself more than anybody else in my life. Because the love you show yourself is the love you can show others. But if you don't have that love for yourself, you're not showing love to nobody. It ain't gonna be real love. It may be infatuation or maybe codependency. But if you don't love yourself, you really ain't showing love to nobody. That's just period. So yeah, I struggle with it, but I've made great strides in improvement. And that's why I feel I've been so consistent with my health, because that's a major key of self-love is your health. And then you asked, the second part was, well, how do you hold on to that self-love when the world tells you otherwise? I don't give a dang what anybody says. I think that's the thing. I don't care about what other people are saying. That's why I think I just mentioned I don't care what other people are saying, because other people ain't happy with themselves. Other people is miserable. Other people is sad. Other people is, you know, they don't have love for themselves. So why would I give a dang about how they feel about me when they don't even love their own self? That's why they feel like they got to comment about me, because they can't even handle their own business. If everybody took care of their own self and their own business, they wouldn't have time to talk about nobody. If everybody showed love to themselves and made sure that they was on point internally and externally, they wouldn't have time to talk about nobody else. So I really wouldn't give a dang. I mean, yeah, it gets annoying, it's irritating. I be going back and forth with these trolls, but at the same time, I know I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for my future. I don't give a damn about them. And you shouldn't either. Okay, thank you, Noah. Guy says, Happy Sky, you really should lose weight. Oh, God, here you go. I'm a guy, and I'm going to keep it 100. All guys will pick the thinner, hotter woman over the older or bigger woman, and I'm telling you as a guy. But it really goes both ways at the end of the day for a man and woman. Okay, well, you know what? That's great. I'm glad you're being 100, because I think me and Sky already know that, and I think that's why we're even having this conversation. Because people who are thin may get chosen over people who are bigger, but does that mean that the man is more quality, that he's better quality just because he picked somebody else other than you? You may have dodged a bullet, because don't think skinny women ain't getting abused. Don't think skinny women ain't getting cheated on. Don't think skinny women got it all great and good, because they don't. So yes, Happy Sky, you should really lose weight if that's what you feel you want to do. No one else can tell you what to do. That's your choice. If you want to lose weight or you don't, that's your decision, not nobody else's. And at the end of the day, if you've ever seen 600-Pound Life, every single one of them bras got a man. And a man that provides and cleans them and takes care of them and feeds them. Now, I feel like that's enabling. But come on now. You can't sit up here and tell me that there ain't no men that like big women. I know for a fact there is, because there's plenty of men on my line every single doggone day. So miss me with that crap. It's about preference. I get that. It's about personal preference. But you can't sit up here and say that. That's your opinion. Think you know a guy. That's your opinion and how you choose your women. But that's not for every man. You can't speak for every man, and you can't speak for every woman, because I know plenty of women who love big men. And they love that big man. And they will be with that big man the rest of their life. And they skinny. So you can't speak on everybody. Just speak on you and your personal preference and your personal opinions, because that's not the case. Let me see. Spam one time said, how this sound? Evolution. I like that. I like that. Okay, because my name used to be Eve Too Real, but evolution. Yes, because I'm evolving each and every day. I love that. Spam one time said, was wearing my mask all the time. I wanted to be invisible too, but today I went to the store without one today, and I was getting chosen. I have to catch the choosing signal sooner. Oh, okay, spam one time. Get chose then. Get chose then. That's great. I love that. Yeah. Why wear the mask? Why be invisible when you don't see? The thing is, when you're hiding, how are you ever going to find somebody that really is your person? If you're always hiding, if you're always, trying to be in the shadows, how would you ever find anybody? Or if that's what you want to do, how would that even happen? Or how would that even work if you're always hiding? You wouldn't. Nobody would even know you exist because you're hiding. But then I feel like when you're big, you are so used to hiding and so used to trying not to be seen, so people don't say nothing crazy to you or about you or talk behind your back. I feel like people try to hide when they big. When you big, you don't want to go to the lunchroom with everybody. When you're big, you don't want to go to the functions and the parties. When you're big, because you don't want people, you don't want to be seen. So in reality, you make yourself invisible. You know what I mean? You make yourself invisible because you don't want the attention, because you know it's going to be negative attention. So, I think that's kind of how that's been, how that goes. I mean, I speak for myself, but I think that's just in general too. Happy Scott, I love that. I love myself more than anybody. Yeah, and you should. And you should write that down and read it to yourself. I'm very big on affirmations. I love myself. I love myself more than anybody. I love myself because I'm the best. I love myself because, and that's what you need to do. Write down 10 things a day of what you love about yourself. I love myself because I'm smart. I love myself because I'm beautiful. I love myself because I'm talented. I love myself because I'm ambitious. Yeah, just do it. Do it. Do it tonight. Spam one time says, you be turning trolls to friends. Hey, I do it all the time though. I do it all the time because I don't give you back negative energy for what? Like if you want to troll, okay, but then why are you trolling? Like, what's wrong with you to where you feel like you have to troll somebody else? It got to be something wrong with you too. It's not just me. Obviously, something wrong with you too for you to feel like you got to come to my channel and talk crazy. Like, you didn't ever even have to open your mouth, and you never had to subscribe, and you never had to comment, you never had to like, you never had to say a word. You could have stayed invisible, but you had to make sure that the attention was on you. Are you an attention seeker? Like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? Because usually it's something wrong with the person who's trolling. Let's be real. Happy Sky, that's so true. When I watch 600-Pound Life, all those women have the most loving husbands. Girl, I was like, this show, if nothing else, this show, if nothing else, is a clear indicator that it don't matter what the heck you look like. There's somebody out there for everybody. Now, I'm not saying to get 600 pounds and get you a man. I'm not saying to go do that. But there's men out there that love that. It's a fetish even, which is crazy. But hey, it's like that. Spam time is laughing. Think you know a guy said, who's trolling, Spam? I don't know. Who's trolling? Everybody be trolling. Think you know a guy, you always come up in here trolling. You be trolling. You trolled on my last couple lives ago. You trolled me when we was in Cole's live. You be trolling. That's just what you do. You was talking last time you was on here. You was talking about you was on Tinder and you was getting all these people from Tinder or something. You was online, and I'm like, you're on Tinder. That's all I need to know. You don't remember that? We've all seen you before. Think you know a guy. We all know who you are. You be trolling Skeleton City. You be on his crap trolling. You just troll. Why you troll? I don't know. Maybe it makes you feel good about yourself. I don't really know. But you be doing it, and don't lie, because we all know you do that. So everybody that's in here know that. It's just what it is. It's just what you do. I'm not saying, hey, I'm not here to judge. If that's how you feel good about yourself throughout the day, then do what you gotta do. Think you know a guy. Oh, Spam Time says, think you know a guy. It was somebody on another live. She stood on business. I always do that. I have to stand on business, because if you don't stand on business for yourself, who's gonna stand on business for you? Ain't nobody coming to rescue you. Sorry, that nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody's doing that. I'm sorry, but it's just not happening. So, I have a real close relationship with God. I pray every single day. But the thing is, faith without works is dead. You can pray to God all you want to, but are you taking action? You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, God will be there with you while you standing on business. He's not gonna stand on the business for you. You're gonna stand on the business yourself. So absolutely stand on business when you need to, because like I said, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's gonna come take care of you. Ain't nobody gonna do that. And they may do that one day, but you should always be the first person to do it yourself. Always be the first person to stand on business for yourself. Always be the first person to stand up and advocate for yourself, because literally, if no one else does it, at least you know you gonna do it. Okay, so let me see. Think you know a guy said, I'm not trolling. I'm trying to help people because you deserve better. Okay, yes, we all deserve better. I think you're absolutely right. We all deserve better. We all deserve the best in life, especially if we're good people, and we always, because I can't say everybody's a good person, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to judge people, but I know some people is trash, and it seems like their lives is good, and I don't know how that works. It just works that way. But I think because they really love themselves, they're so consumed and obsessed with themselves that their life is great. Sorry, I'm just saying, it's the truth. But They have great lives because they are in love with themselves. They are so infatuated with themselves. They're so conceited. Their lives are amazing. So you may see people that are extremely trash, like, no, they treat people like trash. I don't know if anybody is into government officials or whatever, but Trump be treating people like straight trash. He been doing it ever since his little TV show. I forgot what his show was called, but he used to treat people like straight trash. And that man that came up and became the president, you wanna know why? Because he loved himself. He's so infatuated himself. He feel like he the best thing to to the world. Okay, that mindset gets you places, even if you shouldn't have it. It'll get you places. That man is literally trash, and he is the president of the United States. I seen his transcript grades; they were C's and D's and F's. But because of his mindset, he think he the boss of the world. Where he at right now? He the president. So that shows you need to love yourself. You need to think you the boss, and you need to go ahead and stand on business for yourself because you do. I'm not saying you're gonna be the president, but you may be close. Okay, let me see what you're talking about. I'm not trolling. I'm trying to. Okay, yes, I know. Spam one time said, "Oh, that's the dude." You remember? Yeah. Spam one time said, "Yeah, you a big troll." And think you know a guy said, "Nah." And Spam one time said, "Your Tinder ain't booming tonight." I don't know about Tinder. Is that? I know it's a dating app, but I didn't even know it was still out. I mean, they got so many dating apps nowadays. I don't even think those things are real. I think them people be AI on there, y'all. I don't even think them I don't even think them things be real. You know, there's so many AI profiles and stuff like that. I don't think them people is real. Like, how do you know if the person is really a person? You feel what I'm saying? I don't even know how that works. I feel like it's better to meet somebody in person, and it's also better to be friends with somebody before you just start saying, "Oh, we're together, we're in a relationship," because at the end of the day, get to know somebody, get to see how they are when they're mad, get to see how they are when they're sad, get to see them when they're in a struggle, when a situation and they struggling, get to see them in a happy situation, get to see them when they angry, like when they're just get to see them all the time. How do you see that? How do you see that in a person? When you're friends with them. If you're friends with somebody, it's very easy to see how they are as a person instead of what they just want you to see. When you're in a relationship with somebody, they only really gonna show you what they want you to see. They ain't gonna really show you the real deal. But when you friends with somebody, you literally gonna see the good, bad, and the ugly. And I think that's always a good idea to meet somebody and become friends with somebody, and then let the relationship grow from there. Because then you get to really just see how that person is. Sparing one time said 34 felonies. Yeah, that boy, that boy came up. He got 31 felonies, and he the president. That's how you know his aura is huge. Okay, that man, he just know he the king of the world. That's what they tell him in his mind. He the king of the world, and that's probably what he tells himself every single day. That's why he moved up the way he did, because to him, he is the king. Okay. Think you know a guy says all of us here gotta do. Wait, all of us here gotta do. Oh, all of us here have gotta do is get lean as possible and be healthy. Well, I agree. Think you know a guy. We all need to get healthy and as lean as possible. Everybody's lean is not going to be the same. And I keep saying that because some people's shapes are different. Some people's body types are different. Some people's, hormonal things are different. But I think being able to, I feel like me personally, I want to be able to run. I want to be able to jog. I want to be able to hike. I want to be able to do all of those things. And if I can't do those things, then I have too much weight on me. I want to be able to do everything that anybody else can do. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to do all of this stuff that anybody can do. And if I can't do it or can't do it comfortably, then I need to drop weight. So I think that's kind of where I'm personally at with it. I'm more about the movement and everything. And that brings in the health because the more moving you do, then the healthier you are, right? So if you can't do something that you really want to do, and that's another thing, write down 10 things you can't do right now that you want to do. And when you look at that list every single day, that'll remind you why you're on this journey in the first place. because I'm really big on writing, guys. I'm always like, journal this, journal that, because it makes it real when you write it down on paper. Like I said, if it's in your mind, you'll forget. But if you write it down on paper and you look at it consistently and you constantly working on it, then it makes it more real to you. You're actually going to make that move and make that stuff happen. You know what I mean? But if it's just stuck in your mind, do you know how many thoughts we get in a second, in a minute? Do you know how many thoughts go in and out of our brain? That's the reason why you need to write it down. You may have 20 million ideas, but you didn't write none of them down. And that's why none of them came to fruition, because you didn't write nothing down. So I write it down. Write down 10 things you want to do when you get small. 10 things you can't do right now. Whatever it may be. You may want to do a 5K. You may want to, I don't know, swim in a marathon. I don't know. But whatever it is you want to do that you can't do right now, just write it down. And then that's something for you to work towards. Okay, Spam one time said, yeah, it's AI scammers too. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. If dating sites is probably full of scammers. I know. See, that's why I don't even want to be on no dating site though. I've been there, done that too. I was on dating sites, met people, and they were married. Like, why are married people on dating sites, bro? Like, that's trifling as heck to me. Like, how are you? And then the thing is, they didn't even tell me they was married. But I investigate. I investigate. I'm a huge investigator. Don't play with me. I investigate. Found out people was married. Like, what type of mess? Why are you even here on a dating site and you're married? Like, and the girl that he was married to was very pretty, very slim. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, you think I'm a side chick? Like, nah, bro. Spam one time said, this guy I know divorced his wife, moved to California, and messed around and got scammed. Now trying to come home. I pray she don't let him, but hey, that's her business though. Dang. Wait a minute. He divorced his wife to move to California and it was a scammer. Dang. Hey, I just said married men be on there. I just said that. But that's on him, because you married. Why are you even on a dating site? So I don't even feel no type of way. I don't feel no sadness for that. That's on him. And I really hope and pray that she realizes that she loves herself more than she loves this trash dude who literally left her in the dust. Now he has nothing, got scammed, and he gonna likely want to live up off her back because he don't have nothing. So I hope she really is smart enough and loves herself enough to say, heck no, get the heck on. Okay. Happy Sky said, guys, just throw good women away. They do. They do. And for what? Because they always think the grass is greener on the other side. Like, and then when they get over there, they realize that it wasn't even no grass, it was concrete. And then they want to jump back over. Nah, bruh. You can stay on the other side. You wasn't grounded in the grass over here. Now you can go in that concrete and try to tough it out. Spam one time said he took 200K. He took 200K. He took 200K from, and I'm sure that wasn't just his money. That probably was the house money. I mean, I don't know if they got kids. He took 200K. Like, who does that? Why would you take $200,000 from your household and go somewhere where you don't even know this person? Man, if she take that, if she, oh, love is a hell of a thing. Because if she take that back, my goodness. Happy Scott said, I can't get a guy to buy me a Happy Meal. Girl, then you messing with the wrong guy. I'm sorry, but ain't no way. Girl, you don't need to get a guy to buy you nothing. If you can go buy yourself a Happy Meal, which you don't even want a Happy Meal, you want a dinner, you want to go to an Asian restaurant where you can get you some steamed rice, some steamed vegetables, and some grilled chicken. Even if a man can't take you there, then we ain't going. We ain't going nowhere. Don't take me. I wish a man would come try to take me to McDonald's on a date. I'm not the one. This one dude that just was trying to talk to me, actually, not the one that just tried to talk to me, but this other dude that I was talking to, he tried to take me to an Indian restaurant. I'm asking for vegetables and stuff. He gonna say, no, I'm gonna order for us. That was an automatic buy. You don't order for me. I order my own food. He ordered for us to share. Share? I just told you I don't eat that. Why are you? Nah. Red flag, red flag. I'm done. Then he's talking about, oh, why aren't we eating here? Oh, we can, I got a hotel for us to go. You got a what? So you thought I was going to the hotel room to split a meal with you and give it up? after you didn't even buy me what I wanted to eat, or even let me see what I want to eat, or even let me go in the restaurant? Get the heck out of here. Playing with me? What do you even mean? Get the heck out of here. Last dude, current dude, dude I'm talking to, he literally took me out to a very nice restaurant. Even though he picked the restaurant, he said I was gonna be able to pick it, but the next day we went out, he let me pick it, and I was able to get rice and vegetables and chicken and stuff. And very nice guy, very nice guy. I can't lie, but like I said, I don't want anybody to sit up here and think that we're gonna be screwing the first few days we meet each other, because we're not doing that. And I know a lot of women do that, and you don't have to be fat. Skinny women do it all the time because a man give up a little bit of change, and it's because he did give me some gas money, because we was driving around the city and stuff like that, and then we went by the lake and had some food and stuff. He even bought my kids some food and stuff like that. But that's cool, because I've had dudes do that before. I've had dudes literally court me and buy my kids so much stuff. And then, like my last marriage, when I was 35, I've been married twice. The thing is, if y'all had watched the beginning of this video, if y'all was here, I had kind of gave everybody. I'm like, should I post this video? Because I literally was telling all my business in the beginning of this video when nobody was in here. I was married at 35 for the second time, and that man was buying my kids anything and everything. He was trying to push up on me. He was like 20 years older than me. No, 20 years older than me. No, I was 35. He was 60. That's heck old. So he was trying to push up on me or whatever, and buying my kids every single thing. So just because somebody buying you every single thing don't mean that they glitter and gold either. Please believe it, because he was controlling. And I feel like sometimes when guys buy stuff, they be trying to control you, and they be trying to see what they can get about you. Like, as far as thinking you some type of hoe or something, trying to sleep with you, trying to tell you. He tried to make me quit my job and stuff, like, oh, you don't need to work no more. I'm like, huh? Like, just, I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. I can buy my own food, and I can take care of my own place. Okay, let me see what y'all talking about. Sky, you probably going for the wrong guys, to be honest. You should go after guys who smile a lot, have pets, college degrees, can hold a job, etc. Okay, I like what he said now. But you know a guy? Okay, we on a good page right now, because that's exactly what she need to be doing. And she don't need to go for anybody. Don't go for anybody. Let them go for you. Because when you go for a guy, it's never going to be cool. They're going to be the ones in control. Because they're like, oh, she on me? Oh, she going to do whatever I want. Oh, okay, she going to buy the food. She going to do... Don't ever, like, go for a guy. Let a guy come to you and show you what he brings to the table. And based on what he brings to the table will let you know if you need to go ahead and leave the table or not. So I agree with think a guy like that. Spam one time said 200K. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. To me, I wish I would be. That's another thing. This is a question. If y'all married, would y'all have a joint account, or would y'all make sure y'all keep accounts separate? I feel like I'm always gonna have a separate account. I mean, maybe if we going toward, like, if we plan a vacation or we plan on doing something together, then okay, we can like put the same amount. Like, if we say we each gonna put 200 on in this account or something like that to go on this trip. Okay, cool. But if I sat there and literally put all my hard earned money in a joint account, and this fool went and took it to another broad who scammed him out of it, I'm going to be on Snapped. Was that the name of the show? Was that Snapped? I'll be on Snapped. Because ain't no way you finna take my hard-earned money that I worked for to another broad and get scammed and have the nerve to think you're going to come back. Oh, you going to come back? Go ahead, come back. Come back. Come on back. Don't even come back. I got you. And then I'm going to be on Snapped. Happy Sky. Those type of guys are happily married. I don't know about what type of guys. Are we talking about the ones who be cheating? Because they obviously ain't happily married. And if they on dating sites, they obviously ain't happily married either. I mean, if you happily married, oh, you talking about what he said. Okay, so the man that who have that smile like, have pets, college degrees, and hold a job are happily married. That's not true. Not all of them are happily married. A lot of them feel invisible. A lot of them don't even go out. A lot of them just live their life day to day, like me and you, Sky. They don't even go out. They probably at the grocery store, but they probably walking their dog. You feel what I'm saying? But they They probably going to work every day, but they ain't got no life. You feel what I'm saying? They probably don't even feel like they're worth it either. Generally, they don't even love themselves either. That's why they stay invisible. Let me see. Think you know a guy said he had a friend that goes to church. I remember him mentioning that. So who knows? Those type of guys. Okay. Spam Time said, yeah, people send her stuff. I told her I don't want to hear it. Tell people stop telling you about him. People send her stuff. Yeah. Oh, is you talking to her? Is that your friend or somebody you interested in? Because I would definitely tell her she needs to like block, delete, and I wouldn't care. Whoever's sending her stuff about him, is not a real friend because they should already know. No. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Somebody actually had mentioned my ex-husband as if I wanted to know what was going on with him, and I cut her off because you don't talk to me about somebody I don't talk to no more. I don't want to hear nothing about that man. So why did you think it was okay to come talk to me about him? Because it wasn't. Um, share. I did. I shared, and he did cheap. He cheaped out. Split a meal. Never heard of that. Okay, he got a hotel room. Presumptuous. Thank you. Thank you. What the heck? There are gorgeous, skinny women that get treated like garbage every day, all day, every day, all day. Promise you. Think you know what I said? That's because they don't love themselves. Hello. Are you paying attention? You need to have self respect and love yourself. Yes. Yes, I agree. I agree. They don't love themselves and they don't have self-respect. That's why I said it's just not big women, but skinny women too. They don't love themselves, and maybe they were raised and told how that they were ugly or that they were stupid, or you never know what their upbringing was like, but that trauma just kept on going through the remainder of their life, and then next thing you know, they getting stuck with they may have been abused as a child mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually, whatever the case may be. And so therefore they attract that because that's all they knew all their childhood life. So their adult life, they attracted the same type of person. So because they never knew what love was. They never were loved as a kid. Spam Time said separate account all day. Separate account all day. Okay. If you marry Elon Musk, would you have a separate account? Oh, separate account all day, yeah. Because we was talking about would you have an account with your spouse or would you keep a separate account? I feel like there's nothing wrong with having a joint account, but it would not be my only account. You feel what I'm saying? We have a joint account because we're going on vacation together and we're putting money together for that vacation, or we're purchasing a car and we're putting money together for the car, whatever. But I'm always gonna have my own account. Always, always. If you marry Elon Musk, would you have a separate account? That's what Sky said. Girl, yeah, because anytime he give me an allowance, I'm putting it in a separate account. Because yes, you know how many kids that man got. Do you know how many bras he done ran through? Yes, I would definitely have my own account. Definitely, definitely. Brick, hey Brick, we in the building. Brick, what's up, girl? Happy Saturday night live. Okay, Spam One Time said, "Ain't no death do us part." 2025. Yeah, man, it's not like death do us part is not a thing. I mean, people ain't even getting married because they feel like they don't want to. They don't. They scared of the commitment because they know they can't be committed. Think you know a guy, the brick in the house. Hey, that's what I said. Hey, girl. Spam One Time said they was together for 46 years. He got most of her 401k to Mo Trump till now. Trump messed it up. She will retire with nothing now. Oh, they was together for 46 years. He got most of her 401k to now. Trump messed it up. She will retire with nothing now. So her dude took all her 401k money to California to meet with another broad, and now she has nothing. Do they got kids? She's 46 with nothing now? Ooh. See? I'm sorry. And that's what I said. And that's another thing. I said, if I get married, my 401k automatically goes to my spouse. Did y'all know that? Y'all 401k, when you pass away, go like even if I have kids and I put them as beneficiaries, if I'm married, he can bypass that and take the money. Did you know that? Because I didn't know that. And I found out when my last husband, when I got married, they were like, okay, you need to change the beneficiary. And I'm like, why would I change the beneficiary? And they said, because You're married. And now he's the beneficiary. And I'm like, but my kids are the beneficiary. They said they'll be secondary, but he's primary. I said, oh no, I won't ever get married again. I'm good. Because I can't trust that a man will give my kids the money that they're owed. I worked hard for my kids. I can't trust that a man will go and give my kids the money. How would I know he's not gonna pocket it and leave my kids in the dust? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no. Okay, I think you know what guy said. Yeah, Happy Sky, I can put you on with my boy. He always trying to pawn off his friend. His friend probably don't even want a relationship. His friend probably studying the Lord, and you keep sitting trying to set him up. Ah, ah. Oh, Spam Time said, nah, she's like mom. Oh man, I know that's hard to see somebody that's close to you go through something shady like that, man. That's really messed up. Think you know a guy said he's single and will treat you right. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Okay, think you know a guy? Spam one time said if they talk to you then they talk to them about you. Exactly. If you broke up with somebody and this person is constantly and you got mutual friends, they believe they all up in your business. They talking to them about what you doing. They talking to you about what they doing. It's not ideal. I can't. I'd rather just not even mess with none of them. Like I'm cutting ties with everybody at that point. Yes, you're gonna have to pick a side because I'm moving on and I'm not messing with that. Okay, if they talk to you, okay. Happy Sky said, is he cute? Girl, why would he know if he cute? Why would he know if he cute? Unless he gay or something. I mean, you can say he attractive, I guess. I guess a man can say another man is attractive or he look cool or something, but I mean that would be kind of weird for him to be judging his friend. I don't know. Just a little weird. Okay, let me see. What else y'all talking about? I don't that's what I just said. Think you know, guy said, I don't know. I don't look at him and think that. I know. He said he take care of himself though. Brick said, happy Saturday. Hey. And then Spencer said, yep, 2 grandkids. That's messed up. She got 2 grandkids and got scammed out of 200K by her own husband. That's wild. Happy Sky said, that scares me. A guy that asked me if I had a 401k. He was a jerk too. What? He asked you if you had a 401k. What was his plan? Girl, no. See, Do he got a 401k? Because my thing is, I'm not tripping. If you want to see if we on the same level, okay, cool. Let's go tit for tat. I got a car. Do you got a car? I got a job. Do you got a job? I make over $40 an hour. Do you make over $40 an hour? I got 401k. Do you got 401k? I got kids. Do you got kids? My kids' baby daddy ain't in the picture. Is your baby mama in the picture? Like that tit for tat thing? Okay, let's do it. You feel what I'm saying? That's cool. But if somebody just randomly asking me heck of questions, personal questions, it's like, what are you bringing to the table? Because you sure is worried about what I got at the table, but you ain't showing me what your hand is. That person probably could have just had nothing and was like, okay, I'm gonna live up off her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me. That's crazy. Spam one time said, and 2 kids. So she had 2 kids and 2 grandkids and got scammed out of all that money. That's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I feel sorry for I mean, that's not the first time because if you ever seen that show called Snapped, like a lot of those situations, they snap because the man did something super shady and they just couldn't take it. They just was like, you know what? You're out of here. You're out of here. Literally. Yeah. The brick says, I won't date anyone with kids. Yeah. See, the thing is, I personally, like, I have 2 kids, so I can't, like, say I wouldn't date somebody with kids because the past people that I have dated, they had kids, but I just don't know how much in their life the baby mother is. Like, I know for a fact I don't talk to my baby daddy. I don't even know where he is. He don't even got my current number. Like, I know what's up with me. You feel what I'm saying? So I know I'm not because a lot of people backtrack to their baby mama. I noticed that. So, like the last dude, the one who was trying to take me to the hotel room, his baby mama stayed at his house. Co-parenting. Come on, bruh. You think I'm stupid? That's why you taking me to the hotel room because we can't kick it at your house. You feel what I'm saying? We can't kick it at your house. He was like, no, my mom stays there and my baby mama stays there. No, 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 no. I've been to your house before. No. Where is everybody staying at? No. No. I don't play that game. So I'm very leery about people who got kids and what's up with the baby mamas. With the dude I talk to now though, or who I just had went out with, he had two different baby mamas, but they didn't even live in the city, and the kids are older. And he was on the phone literally with the kid's mom and the kid at the same time while I was there with him. So I kind of see that they're not talking, but it's always going to be in the back of your mind. So I could see, Brick, why you say like let's not even go there. Okay. Happy Sky said dating a guy with a kid is the absolute worst. It's like dating a married man. I think people who have kids should date each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I prefer to date somebody who don't have kids, but then at the same time, if they don't have kids, like they likely don't want to date a woman that does have kids because they're not used to what parenting is like. You feel what I'm saying? For one, okay, so look, I'm gonna give you the rundown. When it comes to a woman dating a man with kids, they're going to be concerned about the baby mother because generally when they have kids they have to interact with the baby mother, which is okay but to an extent because sometimes they be lying and they interacting more than what they saying they interacting. So that I get. But then if you date a man who doesn't have kids, it's like, okay, does he want a kid? Because I don't want no more kids. I don't want no more kids, period. Like I don't want no more doggone kids. My kids is 11 and 14. I'm waiting for them to be grown so I can go live my life. You feel what I'm saying? Of course, I'm gonna constantly be in theirs, but I'm traveling the world. I'm retiring in another country. You feel me? I got plans, goals, and aspirations. When I don't want to sit here and have a whole nother baby. You feel what I'm saying? But if a man don't have a kid, he likely gonna want one. That's the first issue. And then the second one is he doesn't know how to be a parent. I mean, unless he like had siblings and took care of his siblings or something, he's not going to know how to be a parent to your kids. And he may feel like you're putting your kids ahead of him when you're just really being a parent. So, it's kind of just bad all the way around. Okay, let me see what I was say. Okay, Spanton said, "Hey, E, I enjoyed this live. Thanks for making my Saturday. Catch you on the next one. I'm tired, boss. It's almost 12. Oh no! Oh, span time. Yes, please get some sleep. And thank you for being here. It's been great. It's been lovely. It's been wonderful. And I appreciate you being here and contributing to the live because you came with some good stuff. So thank you. And I gotta get make sure you comment your music your music channel or put your Spotify in the chat or put your Spotify in the comments of this video so we can all check out your music and stuff. But have a great evening and good night. Brick said, I like kids, but I don't need no baby mama drama, period. Okay, yeah. It's nothing wrong with kids. I feel like a woman who doesn't have kids can be more of a nurturer as opposed to a man who don't have kids. Honestly. So, unfortunately, that's just women have that motherly way about them because they'll even do it with their man. They'll have like a motherly way about them, but and that's usually why men look like kind of look for women who are like mothers because they want to be treated like a kid because they mama's boys or didn't have enough love from their own mama. So they want somebody to treat them like that. So yeah, I get that part, but then I also get the baby mama drama. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody. She said, exactly. Yeah, right. Happy Sky said, that's the thing. They spent so much time with the baby mama, and you can't even say anything about it. Yeah, see, the thing is, I feel like if you're co-parenting, how much time are you really needing to spend with the baby mama? I mean, let's be real. How much time do you really need to spend with the baby mama? I mean, you pick up your kids, you drop off your kids. I've seen plenty of situations where men do that. Like, pick up the kid, drop off the kid. When they're in a relationship, the wife picks up the kid and drops off the kid to the mother. If that can't happen, if there can't be a communication between the baby mother and the woman you're with, then something's going on. I'm not saying the first day you meet everybody because that's a little weird too. If you trying to meet the baby mama the first day you meet, but if y'all dating and y'all getting serious and stuff like that, you for sure should definitely be meeting the mother because there's no way that I would want my kids meeting another woman and I ain't met her yet. So I feel like that's super important if you are a a dad and you have a baby mama and you're in a new relationship and it's getting serious, you definitely, before you even introduce your kid, you should be introducing the mom, or maybe having dinner with your mom, with the kid and its mom, with you and your person, because then all of y'all can get to know each other and meet each other at the same time, and it won't be so weird. Think you know a guy says everyone's single with kids nowadays, and it sucks. It sucks. Like, it really does suck, because a lot of people is single with multiple kids, with multiple baby mamas, multiple baby daddies. And I feel like after the first, maybe even the second, why you didn't chill off that? Why you didn't chill off that? I mean, it's kind of crazy to have tons of kids and they all got different parents. Not judging, do you? But how, I mean, that's detrimental to the child. And they wonder why kids grow up the way they grow up. That's, I mean, I I feel you on that. Think you know a guy. It's really sad. The brick perspective said, if they're widowed, sure. Now, yeah, if somebody's spouse died or baby mama died and they're like the sole provider for the kids and they're taking care of the kids, I feel like they immediately want a woman in their life, because they need support. I mean, they may have their mother or something like that, or they may have, the spouse's the deceased spouse's family, but at the same time, they're gonna want somebody in a home helping them out. And so I would say yeah, but then make sure they're just not feeling you out to be a mother too. Like, okay, like, are you liking me because you like me, or are you liking me because you can see me as the mother? I mean, of course you want to see me as the mother, but like, that shouldn't be the prime reason you talking to me. Um Happy Sky said also a guy can have a 30 or 40-year-old kid. That's different. Okay, yeah, if they got grown kids, that's not a big deal. I feel like there's plenty of men out here with grown kids, and the men don't even be that old. You feel what I'm saying? It be young dudes out here with grown kids. So, because they had kids young. Sometimes people have kids at 16, 17, 18, 20 years old. And so they're they're pretty much 30 something and their kid is grown. So, it's nothing wrong with that. Um or you can talk if you're talking to an older dude, you feel what I'm saying? Then of course his kids, but the only thing with older dudes is like, is his kids the same age as you? You know what I'm saying? Because I've kind of dealt with that before, and it's very weird. It's an awkward situation. Happy Sky said, but it's not just the baby mama. They're gonna spend most of their time with their kids, and that sucks for you. Well, yeah. I think it depends. If I think it depends. Because how close and how serious y'all is. I mean, because if they're trying to get serious with you, they're gonna also like invite you to spend time with their kids. But at the same time, I don't know if that's necessarily true, because if they unless they have the kids with them, there's going to be times and dates that they have their kid, but it's not going to be all the time. So that shouldn't be an excuse on why they're not hanging out with you. Jose Robles. Hi, Eve. Hope everything is going well with your journey to weight loss. Oh, thank you, Jose. Everything is going great. I have been eating low fat lifestyle. I've been eating fruits, vegetables, starches, lean meat, proteins. Everything's been really good. Um, Weight is still dropping, so I'm really excited about that. I have not had to I've been moving more, so I've been making sure I get my steps in. I've been getting like 3,000 steps minimum a day. That will be going up to 3,500 minimum this Monday, so I'm super excited about that. Um, like, I'm just winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Jose, I need to cut the fat out. It's difficult. Man, I just was talking about that. Cutting the fat out is wild. Like, you don't even be realizing how much fat you're eating when you actually have, when you actually track your fat grams, and you actually, like, this is for somebody who's never done sugar diet or sugar fasting, but when you actually track your fat, you'd be surprised how much you have. You'll be like, oh, I didn't know I was eating that much fat. And then when you start cutting it down, you'll start realizing like, dang, now I got to figure out other ways to make food. Which that's why I started doing with the meals and stuff, because like how else am I going to start cooking food when I usually use olive oil or avocado oil or butter and stuff like that when I was normally cooking with that. Like now I have to figure out ways to cut it and still make it taste good. So yeah, I feel you. That's why I do a lot of cooking on this channel and give you guys ideas. Um, Sky said, "Oh yeah, a single dad can make so many good excuses. Very convenient. Laugh out loud. I had bad experience with a single dad. In case you can't tell." Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like you can definitely have experiences because a man can easily say, "Oh, I got to take my kids to school. Oh, I got to pick my kids up. Oh, I got to take my kids." Oh, but the thing is, like, generally, there are specific times and dates that this has been arranged. If they have a court, you know, order, they usually have specific dates and times that they're supposed to get their kids. So if they're getting there, and then, but if they don't have that, there's still a schedule that they generally have. But if that's what happens every single time, like I said, then that's the best time to be like, you know what? It seems like you have a lot going on in your life. So I'm going to go ahead and just fall back and you just go ahead and do you and have a nice life, because ideally you don't want to deal with that. Jose said, "Yep." Happy Sky said, "Honestly, cutting the fat out is the easy part. You can make so many delicious low fat stuff. What do you like to eat, Jose? What can't you let go of?" Yeah, Sky, it's true. I feel like it's easy now because I've been like I had like this year I did vegan, I did vegetarian, I did so many different things. So I feel like, girl, don't start because I will have these people in this chat smash on you. So I'm just letting you know in advance. I seen you say hi, but we ain't cool like that. So please let's not go there, Ashley. Um, so like I was saying, it's not hard to cut the food out like that, but the cut the fat out is just finding other ways. Like I never thought to saute something with oil. I mean, without oil. Like I usually, when you make a stir fry, you usually use some type of oil. But I now have learned, okay, use water or use like broth, vegetable broth or chicken broth. I never thought to do that before. Um, and then like even when they said making eggs, like poached eggs, like use water or use broth. I never thought to do that either. So it's just kind of like Sky said, there's so many different things that you can make, but it's just trying to find ways to make it so that it still tastes good, because you want your family to still eat it. You don't want them to be like, this is disgusting. So that's kind of like why I was doing videos about food. Okay. Oh, hey, thanks for the Simnet nutrition video. Yeah, I'm here to make all the videos I can to help people find better methods of eating with low fat. Um, Ashley said, "How was the gym today?" As I told you, girl, chill, don't get smashed on in this live, because you was talking mess in my chats, on my comments in Cole's chat, on Skeleton City's post. Like I don't play that game. Like I don't have time to go back and forth with you. We already had this conversation. So, how was the gym today for you, girl? Happy Sky sips tea. Jose said bread, bacon, refried beans, pork skins, for example. Dang, boy. Then pork. Where were you on? What were you on, keto? Like, were you doing keto before this? Because I can see if you're eating bacon and pork skins and stuff, then that might be more keto. I don't really have options for that, but for the refried beans, you can find some low fat options if you, because I just got some. I'm gonna show them in a future video, so I'm not gonna go pick them up and show them you right now. But there are some refried beans that are low to no fat actually. In regards to bread, sourdough bread doesn't have too much fat, but but I know you probably will usually put butter on it, and maybe that's where that fat's coming from. But you can cut that also. You can cut that. You don't necessarily need the butter. You could maybe use jam or something like that. But I feel you. Like those type of things, like the bacon, oh my goodness. And pork skins, that's gonna have tons of fat. So to find an option where it's not fat is gonna be hard because pork is just automatically super fatty. Um, let's see. Sky said, Jose, you can eat all that except for bacon and pork skins, and you can have turkey bacon a little bit maybe. Yeah, you can have turkey bacon. I think the turkey bacon, depending on the thin, like you can get there's turkey bacon that you can actually get. Okay, Jose said, nah, not keto. Have tried it, but more like ketovore, not true keto. What is ketovore? Is that like you're just eating meat? No, that's carnivore. I've never heard of ketovore, but I think that's probably why it's challenging because you've come from that type of eating style to where you're just eating like a bunch of pork and like high fat meats. So that may be like the challenge. Brick said soak banana peels in liquid smoke and fry in a pan tastes like bacon. Really? Look at this girl be coming with all the good stuff. I be having to screenshot her stuff because Brick always got she always in here coming with some good stuff. So thank you, girl. I've never heard of that. Interesting. What are you frying it in the pan with though? Like that's interesting. Ashley said, I really want you to succeed. Praying for you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Brick said, gotta scrape the white off the peel a bit though. I ain't never heard of that. How are you even cooking it? How are you cooking it? Brick said, look up recipe on YouTube or Google. Oh, this is a real life thing. I thought you just kind of like came up with it. Okay, I'm gonna Google it. Jose said higher protein than actual keto, I believe. Oh, okay. So you was eating more so meat and like some vegetables? Because I guess the keto you have some vegetables. Brick said yes. And haha, welcome water. Cooks fast, just a little water. Oh, water. You're cooking it in water. Okay. And how to see the thing is with bacon, I never really cooked bacon on the stove. I always cooked it in the oven because I would try to get the fat out as much as possible. So I would bake it. But I'm just wondering, like, is the banana peels gonna be crispy though? Because like that's kind of like why people I like bacon because it's crispy or liked it because I haven't had it in a long long time. I don't think I've even had bacon this year actually, but like just crispy. Yeah, I'm just an encyclopedia. Brick, you are girl. We love you for it. But is it crispy though? Like that's the question. Is it gonna be crispy? Because I think like people who want bacon want crisp. So like, is it gonna be crispy? Because I think we want crispy bacon. Now we're eating like pan fried banana peels, but banana peels are usually soft, so that's what I'm kind of wondering. But you said yes. She said yes. It's crispy. So go Google um banana peels and liquid smoke cooked in water. And there should be a recipe on she said Google that gives you the details on that, which I think is interesting. That would be pretty awesome. It's so crazy. That is crazy because like I said, I've never ever heard of that before. So wow. Okay. I mean, you put me up on something new. Thank you. New put me up on something new. But Brick always come with new recipes though. She always got some recipes that's good. Like, I mean, she's in a Discord group and she be coming with all the new recipes and stuff. So it's nice to actually have her there to like, give us some ideas and stuff. Happy Sky said, I only like bacon with pancakes or BLTs or girl, now you just said I only like bacon with pancakes or BLTs or maple bacon donuts. Laugh out loud. Obviously, I can't eat any of that now. It's okay though. I don't miss it. I make other low fat stuff that's so yummy. Rick said, I know, right? Maple bacon donuts. I ain't seen them in years. Them one of the doctors at my old job used to always bring those in, and oh my goodness, that was the one that always was gone fast. But since I was always the one opening up the office, I would be like, why are you only get one of these? Like, get more than these because everybody likes these. So then she started getting more because I made sure I got mine before everybody else. But yeah, them is good. I love BLTs. I love bacon. Period. Though I put bacon. I would put bacon on my salad. Bacon bits. I would make bacon. Put it on my salad. Um, my chicken sandwiches. I would put bacon on tuna sandwiches. Tuna melts. I'll put bacon grill. I had some good recipes for some bacon. Okay. Bits are so good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just I don't know. It was good. I loved it. I personally loved it. But I know it was not, it was full of fat. But that's what I'm saying. You don't even realize how much fat you're eating because you're thinking, okay, bacon is meat, and but see, the thing is, to be honest, bacon is not the best meat to eat. That's just like having lunch meat. You feel what I'm saying? It's not necessarily because they put so much stuff in those things. So ideally, bacon isn't ideal to eat, regardless of what plan you on. I think it should be like a treat here and there if it is ever in your diet. But even if in other diets, it's not. It's kind of frowned upon. Um, Sky said, once someone bring us donuts plain cake donuts from Dunkin'. Why? Who wants plain cake donuts? No one. Plain cake donuts. Who's eating that? Ha 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 ha. Those are my favorite. Happy. Oh, but they don't. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. What? They don't even have a flavor though, do they? I thought they. Man, heck no. I need some glaze. My favorite donut is glaze. Glazed donut. I like the cinnamon twist glaze one or just regular glazed donut. But a plain one with like nothing on it at all, I didn't even know they had a flavor. I always wondered about those. Like, why do they buy those? They always just sit in the box till the end of the day and then like get thrown away. I don't even know why they buy it. Like, I feel like when you go to a donut shop, generally they give you like they let you pick which ones you want. They don't just give you a box of donuts. So why would anybody pick that? You feel what I'm saying? Like there's chocolate, there's there's donut glaze, there's the cinnamon roll looking ones. There's so many other donuts, bear claws, or is that what it's called? Not bear claws, apple fritters. Like there's so many other donuts that you could pick outside of just one that don't have nothing on it. Even maple ones. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Glazed or jelly, maybe powdered. That powdered, okay. I think the powder ones is way better than just straight zero nothing. Brick said, haha, plain, I will die on this hill. You die on that hill, girl. Standing on business. Look, Brick is standing on business about her donuts. Do you dip it in coffee? Happy said, and then Brick said, nope. Oh, she just like them. So what does it taste like? What? Not even with no whipped cream or nothing. Jose said bagels too with cream cheese, my favorite. Ooh, see now I know there has to be a fat-free cream cheese now. I know there or a low-fat because if they got low-fat yogurt, if they got non-fat yogurt, non-fat cheese, they gotta have non-fat cream cheese. Now I don't know how good it would taste because I've even looked in trying to, because I want to make a lasagna, and I was looking in the different types of cheese. They have a low fat ricotta. They have different cheeses that's low fat, non fat. But I'm like, is it gonna taste good? Because I keep hearing people saying the cheese don't even melt that good. Like you can dip it in water and stuff like that, but is it gonna taste good? Like is everybody gonna like it, or is it gonna be nasty? um, Brick said, I grew up with my 80-year-old grandparents, though, so that's probably where that comes from. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's probably all the donuts that they was even having back in the days. Like, they probably was around when donuts first came out, and that probably was like one of the number one flavors. So they probably just kind of stuck with it, even though the other new flavors came around. That makes sense. It tastes like sweet bread. Okay, okay. That's cool. Happy Scott said, yes, fine fat free cream cheese. Bagels are low fat. Yeah, low fat. Bagels are low fat. I love bagels and cream cheese. Yum. See, oh, now y'all see the thing is, me personally, I haven't even dabbled in bread because I'm trying to keep it gluten free because I know that and dairy free. I've been trying to keep it both free because I know that they both trigger my eczema. So I've been keeping it gluten and dairy free as much as possible. So I've been working on that. But you know, when I feel the need to have like a cream cheese or a bagel or something like that, I'm definitely going to look for the low fat options because I feel like there has to be a fat free cream cheese. If I see one, I'll put it in the comments of this live because I'm sure it's somewhere. I'm sure they got it somewhere. I love me some what time is it where y'all at? I just need to know. Where are y'all at? Is y'all in California or on Pacific Standard Time? Cuz here where I am right now it's only 10:03. But I was wondering cuz the other guy was like what was his name? Spam Time said it was 12 where he was at, and earlier Fabulous came in here and it was 11, so that's East Coast time. but I'm on West Coast time, so it's 10 o'clock PST. Brick said I love cheese. Period. I like cheese is cool. It just they have vegan cheese, but it's full of fat and like pooful oils, and I don't like that. Jose said bread don't help me lose fat, and I enjoy eating bread. See, that's the thing. I'm scared because I love sourdough bread, and everybody keeps talking about, oh, eat sourdough bread, eat sourdough bread. But I'm like, what if it don't work for me like it's working for everybody else? I mean, I guess I could try it, but I know me and sourdough bread, I'm gonna want to put butter on it. I'm gonna want to make some garlic toast out of it. I'm going. I already know. That's why I said like somebody kept talking about angel food cake don't have. I'm like, man, I don't want to get. I don't want to start eating stuff and finding ways to eat stuff that I know I'm gonna eat more of than I should. Like as a treat, as a dessert, as a maybe having a get together and I'm making a dessert. Maybe yeah, make an angel food cake with the glaze and stuff like that. But like to have it on it, like just have it on hand and just eating cake. No, having bread and stuff on like you just got to know what you can and what you can't do personally. And I feel like some things I just know I'm not bringing into this house because I'm not about to play myself like that. Okay, Brick said it's 1 a.m. in New York. Oh, you in New York. Dang, girl. Yeah, that's where what's his name? What's his name? Fabulous was at. Jose said Midwest. Midwest. So is y'all 1 hour ahead? Like, or what? I think y'all 11 in the Midwest? Happy Scott said it's weird because I feel a teeny bit smaller, but basically look the same, so I don't know. Okay, so let's talk about that because you can feel a bit smaller in your clothes just because the scale isn't reflecting what you think it should reflect. You could be losing inches. So that's why I always tell everybody to get like, one of those tape measures and like literally just measure yourself because you never know. You could literally be dropping inches and then you're like just so concerned about the scale, but your body is making changes and your body composition is like sizing up or shrinking, but you're not even paying attention to it because you're so like on the scale. Okay, so let me see. Sourdough. Jose says sourdough don't help me none. I haven't had none. I haven't had none yet, and I ain't about to buy none neither. Cause I already know my kids will make a whole loaf of sourdough bread in a freaking day and just put butter on it and just be eating on it all day. uh Happy Scott says sorbet is a good dessert. Yes, I have Talenti in there, and it's crazy because I haven't even been eating it. Like, I honestly, like on this sugar diet or whatever people calling it, skeleton diet, I don't even desire sweets because I make my smoothies so thick they're like milkshakes or ice cream. I make them thick with like the juice and the bananas and all this mangoes and stuff. I don't even like if I want something sweet, I'll go make that and I'm good. I don't even be tripping off nothing else. I'll even put a little bit of maple syrup in it to just give it that extra kick of sweet. And I don't even desire nothing, no cake, no cookies, no ice cream, because that was my weakness. I literally could take down a whole pie, a whole cheesecake, a whole tub of ice cream. Like I literally could take that down, not eat no regular food. I would not need to eat no regular food all day if I had sweets. And since I started this in May, I have not done that. I have not done that all this year because I've been really just focused since January. But like I never I haven't done no binging at all this year. Actually, I have not binged at all this year on nothing, which I'm very proud of myself. I have not binged on nothing at all this year. Um, I've ate normal portions of whatever I've had, even if it wasn't on plan. Um, and in regard to the sweets, like I don't haven't been desiring them candy and stuff like that. When I had the opportunity to just eat candy, I didn't even want to. Brick said, totally get you. I can't have things around me that might tempt me. Yeah, I just don't want to play myself. Robles, Jose said 2 hours. Okay, so you're 2 hours ahead. Oh, so it's still 11, so it's 12 over there. All right. Happy Scott said, I still have a bag of candy. I don't want it, but I don't want to trash it either. Well, it's nothing if you doing a sugar fast day, because you may still sugar fast here and there. You got candy. I mean, candy don't usually expire that quick. So, whenever you have a sugar fast day, go ahead and eat that candy, girl. The brick perspective, yeah. Food is expensive. I love that Talenti. That Talenti, girl, that Talenti is bomb. Happy said, I have spent too much money on all these damn fad diets. Same. Brick said, I know, right? I feel like I was at the store, like, I don't know, every other day trying to get the stuff that I was supposed to get for this stupid thing. I'm over it. Happy Sky, I used to just eat fast food all the time though, so I guess that was expensive too. Yeah, I mean it is expensive because I'm buying it for me and my kids. So buying the fast food for all of us was a bit much. Actually, a lot much. It was way too much. So that's true, y'all. It is 10:09 p.m. over here, and like I said, I usually be asleep by 10 o'clock, but I like hanging out with y'all, so I appreciate y'all being here with me. But we gonna wrap it up because I feel like y'all need to go to bed. y'all need to go to bed. Y'all need to get y'all sleep. I don't even sleep past like 5 or 6 in the morning, regardless of what time I go to bed at night. So that's why I just make sure I go to bed because sleep is the foundation to weight loss. Sleep is the foundation to weight loss. Sleep. I'm gonna say it again. Sleep is the foundation of weight loss. If you have terrible sleep, you're gonna binge, you're gonna feel like trash, you're not gonna eat right, and you're gonna have high cortisol. So get some good sleep. Happy Sky said, thank you for the awesome live. Good night. Enjoyed it. Oh, thank you, Sky, for being here. Brick said, good night, Queen Eve. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Brick. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Jose. You still here. Whoever else is still here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all soon. Bye.